it's crypto here. I did not go on vacation today like a lot of other people because I still have a lot to show on the charts. I think it's comical how much screaming's going on right now on X. But I just wanted to show you guys something with the miners. So for example, this was last time they ran. As you can see, I just want to show you a comparison with CleanSpark on kind of what I think is going on. This is the daily chart. Hold on. I want to make a post real quick. This is why I'm just chilling, guys. I mean, one sec. Almost done just making this post. All right. I just want to show you guys what I think is going on based off like a chart perspective, based off of kind of showing me the same patterns. You can see, I'll compare right now just for you guys. But I mean, I'm not really bearish here. If this was any other time, like, October or September, August, July, I had my guard up at that moment, or I had my guard up for these months, and to have my guard up here would be kind of stupid because I know exactly where we're at in a bull run. Bitcoin's doing fine. Bull market canceled. No loss until sold, exactly. But it's gonna be all right, guys. I mean, I'm gonna continue to add, especially to the options for 11, 8, and 15, just because I'm going to bet on a similar move on, for example, CleanSpark. So you can see we had a run up end of October last year, kind of consolidated, came down, and then we hit the rib. But if you look at CleanSpark, let's look at the weekly actually. Or actually, let me show you the daily first, just so we can compare with the weekly right now. So that was the daily. It's literally doing the same shit, guys. I mean, it consolidated, it's running up, consolidation here, and then this is where we get an impulse move. I mean, if it doesn't happen here, there is no bull run. So if you really think there's no bull run, then it's not going to hit that move. But I believe that it is. And I believe that this is the exact move that's happening right now. So, for example, let me put it on the weekly so I can see all the data, or the 3 day. I want to see it all bunched up together. Right. Right. This is the area that I am looking at. And I do believe that it is the same shit that we're experiencing right now. So you can see on the 3 day, little different view. Hold on. I just want to highlight the areas that I'm paying attention to. This is my area right here that I think we're in. We're currently in. I can make it smaller because it's not going to take that long. These are 3 day candles. All right. So this is the area we are in. This is the area that is comparable, and then this is what's happening right after. So for us to get bearish right here is is insane. I mean, I guess I just am not scared in these moments just because the outcome is super close to euphoria. So one sec. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, guys, on the streets of X. Like I said, this is my first time here, and first time here because last year at this time I wasn't. I joined X last year in this period, and on my first week of X, I told everyone this was a top, and everyone didn't believe me. And I think that's calling the top on my first week of X on the miners because I met Bitcoin mining guy like my first day. Believe it or not, me and him talked when we both had like 1,500 or 500 followers. I was talking to him when his account had 500. He was my second follower, and he's kind of the one that introduced me. Like, hey, look at these stocks, bro. And from there, I've just been, addicted to the community. But shout out to my dude, Bitcoin mining guy, Mining Mafia, because he was one of the first people I interacted with on X. And it's crazy that we're still this cool and we've met in person and shit. But guys, this is what's happening right now, or this is what's happening right now. This is where it happened last year. You can see this was the uptrend. This was the uptrend. The down move, if you want to call this a down move, and we can, I guess, because we peaked here, down move, rip. So it's right there, guys. I mean, even I'm not gonna get shaken out right here. Not a chance. But yeah, so close to a lot of fun, guys. I mean, it's clearly just like nothing can go straight down, it has to consolidate. Nothing can go straight up. It has to consolidate. This is a decent consolidation period because these are 3-day candles. It was a short consolidation here, so I imagine it's going to be a very short consolidation here. When we're in these bull trends, the consolidation periods are short. So I don't expect a lot of consolidation like it did on this range here at all. So let's look at the weekly. Even the weekly still looks fine. This honestly looks fine. So it can't be another week of this though because of the ribbons. So if these ribbons really do turn red, you can see they're still just blue. So still blue. So I guess this week I thought they would have turned a color this week, but it's actually next week that they're gonna turn the color. So we have until next week to if these motherfuckers turn red, then I'm wrong and I won't go on vacation. I'll tell everyone I'm wrong and there's no bull market. But I feel confident that we are going to have our bull market like we always do. So it's just a matter of being patient. It's a wealth. Do you want to join the live, bro? I'll send you the link. Do you think post-election BTC miners will be down and then load up November 7 to 10? I mean, I'm not getting cute with my load ups with the miners. I've been in them. Only thing I'm doing right now is, with the option chain, but I have what's up with the weak volume though, eh? I mean, bro, it's I can't control the weak volume. Volume's gonna show up when it shows up. For now, we made it inside here, and for now it's, you know, trying to figure out which direction it wants to go. Let's say we even close off here. Fine. But next week would be a close like this. But I'm not getting embarrassed here. Here, I'll send you the link, bro. You could be mean, bro. I respect your opinions. I don't really care. I don't cry. Like a lot of TA people are going on vacation when I'm wrong. Here, I sent you the link. I mean, one day bits of wealth isn't gonna. If we had 2 weeks of this shit of just up mode, Bitcoin went from 63 or 62 to 7. It went up 10,000. So you gotta win at least one time, bro. One day. First coin. Bits, I think thinks coin is going to like 130, he said, if I'm not mistaken. I think coin looks alright. I want to see it close over this 200, so we need to get back over here. So we'll see what they want to do. But one thing people are not taking into what I have. Oh yeah, I was playing all these ER plays. Let me just delete them. All right, but the indexes got hit today, so that's gonna be, something to factor in. But it's giving us the print on the weekly, sure. So we probably get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. We either get like 2 to 3 red week candles. So sure, let this week finish off like this, and maybe next week. But I am pretty bullish. You're writing BV still. No, I sold it. If we get 130 coin, I will tattoo a bear on my ass. And if we don't, he's got to tattoo a bull on his ass. I'm willing to make that bet that we don't hit 130. I don't see it. You have to take into consideration other things in geometry and trigonometry, like Cassie does. There's a period in time where you can hit those levels, but not in Q4, guys. I mean, from this is my third cycle. There has not been one bullish or bearish Q4 in a bear market. And you can look up the entirety. Let's look at Bitcoin in a bear. Let's look up Q4 Bitcoin, and then let's see. This will tell us Q4 Bitcoin. Where the fuck is that line at? Why does it keep disappearing on me? Shit. Just waiting for bits to get in here. No, I'm not saying to 130. Hell no. They are saying to 130. So not me. I don't think it's possible right now. I mean, all the pullback that we're gonna get, I think, is happening sure right now. But the difference between making a lot of money and a little bit of money is understanding the points and periods and cycles that we're in. And right now is not a time to be bearish, 100%. So can't wait for bits to get on here so I can tell them. Hell no. That sounds like something you would say, bro. Look at this. Bits, if you said this shit, if you said it's going to 16K in a space, I don't even remember. But if you said that, bro, get your ass on my live right now. This instant. This instant. All right, he pulled up. What's good, Bits? Yo, yo. Still holding the 11 ones? Yeah, unfortunately I am. But you can talk whenever you're ready, Bits. Let's just go over. I want to look over Q. Let's look at this shit. Let's fucking look at this shit. So, where is it? Q started here. So look, Q 2023, Q4, Q4. Nice. Let's look at 2022. Bear market. Probably bad, but this don't count. 1, 2, and then, whatever. Actually, let's look at bull market and Q4s. That's what I want to do. What's up, Bits?
There we go. Just had to change my mic settings, bro.
Oh, I see your face.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Dude, my webcam has a cover, bro. You couldn't even see it.
I could feel your essence just radiating through
you could feel
I like how me and Bits can argue respectfully and still be friends. I love that, bro. You're like one of the only people that I can chop it up like this with, because I got blocked by Cassie. I don't even know why. He blocked me. He blocked me.
That was funny.
It happens, man. Thank God though, bro. He annoys the shit out of me. I don't know how you talk to him, bro. He really annoys me.
Well, like I'm pretty tolerant, man. I respect everyone's like different opinions and stuff, man. So yeah.
Yeah, but you are like respectfully a bear, bro. This motherfucker refuses to be anything but a bear, and this is all year I've like interacted with him. He's been a bear, bro, since February, since I've ever known him, bro. Since I've ever known him, bro.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I mean, to be fair, I've been pretty bearish all year too, though. So But you know, there's some stuff I've been bullish on too. There's some stuff I've been longing.
Well,
So
I
yeah.
wouldn't know, motherfucker, because I haven't heard you bullish one time. So you're fucking lying straight on my street.
I'm not lying, bro.
You're nuts. But look at this shit, bro. Q4 belongs to Bitcoin. Like, let's look. Let's look. This is a decent candle because we got up to 53, came back down, and we finished off at 46. Nice big candle, push up top right here. So bullish 2021 finish to Q4. Let's look at the start of 2020. I'm just going through like the cycles. I don't want
Yep.
to. I don't care
Yep.
about the bear
Historicals.
markets.
Yep.
So another October 2020, boom, boom. What is bearish about this shit? So let's look at the previous cycle would it be fucking, I can't do math right now, my head hurt. Right here.
Yeah.
So where the fuck are you?
I mean,
When did
what I've
what
compared
was
it
the
to
third
is
cycle? When did it start? I can't even think, bro. I'm
which
drinking
one?
my coffee. Right here. Oh,
17?
right
Yeah,
here, right here. Yeah,
17.
it was 17. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, this ain't it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
what I've compared us to a lot, man, is like
Bullish,
2019.
bullish, bullish. You compare this to 2019, you think?
Yeah, which is weird because it's not a halving cycle year, but I felt like structure wise, even though it didn't go up to like ATH, 2019 gave
Oh,
like
you're right. Cause
a
look, I have the same
pullback
structure.
before.
Funny that you say that. Funny
Yeah,
that you say that. I have the same structure built for it. So
yeah,
I don't go based off structures, but I do look at key shit like that. So you can see that's where I was playing off of 2019. Funny
yeah.
that you say that.
Same
2019,
type of
same
structure.
structure.
Yep. Yeah.
So a little
No,
different,
no,
but like that
no,
same
no
structure.
COVID crash, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. We rule that out, but that's kind of what I've been looking at. Is it's felt like a 2019 thing. That's why I've been so calm about just letting it correct and just waiting. So
Yeah. But this shit just looks nasty, bro, in a good way. I just can't be
yeah,
bearish here.
it's
I cannot,
starting to get traction, man.
cannot, 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 cannot. Like, I can't, bro. I cannot. Like, I'm respectfully bullish and bearish because I mean,
Yeah.
I wasn't a fucking bull. Um,
Well, you're a
like,
trader,
oh,
bro. You're a trader. Traders
yeah,
got to
yeah,
go both
yeah, yeah,
ways,
yeah, yeah.
bro.
I go both the so I was on the bear side for 3 months, bro, for three
Yeah.
months, and I got so much. Who remembers me being a bearish all summer? I know you guys do, and I was telling them, I'm like, you guys are about to find out, and then as soon as we hit my downside target, I flip
Yeah.
bullish because I'm riding the wave up, and that's what I feel like I'm in right now. But you want to share your screen? You can share your screen, bro, if you
Yeah.
want.
Give me a sec. Yeah. Let me pull up my trading view. Oh, I do got to hop off in like 5 minutes. I got a call for like 30
Oh
minutes,
shit, yeah,
and
no
then I can
worries.
jump
I'll
back.
be cooking. No worries.
Yeah. If you're still here, I'll jump back on with you.
Kimberly Crypto TA, what levels do you think Bitcoin will bounce from? What time frame, Kimberly? Yeah, and I do like MicroStrategy. Here, I'll share Bits' screen real quick because he's got to hop off. But let's see what Bits is seeing. But drop Kimberly, what level, like time frame? Like, are you looking for a bounce today, on the daily time frame, a bounce on the monthly? So bounces mean different things for me.
Yeah, check it out, bro. I mean, this is what I was like talking to in the wolf space yesterday, right? Where it's like, yeah, we're above this zone right here, which was like my high time frame zone. If you go to and I'll show you kind of how I get these, but if you go to like a weekly, right? I'm kind of looking for confluence in like structure from the weekly time frame. So you got 2021. You had some interesting pivots back here around this zone, some support. And then this run, we've had a lot of support here, right? In this kind of like 52K area or so. And then for resistance, I'm grabbing like the highs of 2021. And then a lot of this structure from this run is having a hard time up there, right? So I kind of drew this zone. I also use the volume profile. I look where so this one's clean because look, you can tell that there's like a gap right there. Up here, it's a little harder. You have to kind of zoom the volume profile up a lot more. Let me get rid of some of these damn lines because these lines are getting in the way. There we go. Okay. But I look for like gaps. Like, for example, I'd look for something like that. That's like, okay, why is there a volume gap there? And if you put like a zone here, you find that a lot of times you have support resistance structure, right? Support, started to see resistance. So a lot of time these gaps on the volume profile, they align with big high time frame supports. But anyways, that's why I'm still up here, like still considering this zone to be a red zone, is because we've had nothing but the highs from 21. We've had some of these key highs from this year.
But let's pull up your chart, go back to a previous cycle, and you can see this is essentially the same period where we get stuck in these ranges, where it's like, are we in a bull market? But
Oh,
being
like
in
down
my
here?
third cycle,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
pull it
Yeah.
up down there, because
Yeah.
being in a third, bro, my first cycle, I was scared. My second cycle, I was unsure. My third cycle, I know for a fact, but
Yeah.
it's because I'm 3 cycles in this, and this has happened already twice. And I
Yeah.
know, and it's not always happening in October, November. I know it happens in Q4. So
Yeah.
the structure of this is
Yeah,
really
you're thinking it's
singing
like
to
this.
me.
Yeah, you're
It's
thinking
really singing to me, bro. And you can pull up even 2019, because it did do this shit in Q4 2019 where it started to break on top of that structure. So if you look at, like, because you're a very tired time frame guy, but I am too. So I take all that shit into consideration. But the thing that separates me from like being scared is my advanced RSI indicator, bro. Like, look at this shit. Look at this
here,
shit
let
real
me
quick.
go look at your screen. Hold on. Okay.
All right, I just want to show you this, bro. So look at the monthly, because you're, like I said, high time frame
Yeah,
guy. So
I do high
look,
time frame. Yeah.
and I do too. But what does this look like to you? And this is all price action with it, bro. This
Right.
shit has not lied to me, bro. So with this being already bouncing off, we got the curl on the river. This to me is telling me we're in the bull market. Like, for this to break down, we would have to get a close all the way under 58. And do you think we can get there? If we do get a close above 58 today, I gotta get Cred's name tattooed on me with a goat. Like, that'd be it. I
You're
messaged
gonna have
Craig,
credit on one butt cheek, and you're gonna have
and
my
I'm gonna
bear on
have
the other
you on the
mother.
other butt cheek. I'll do it, motherfucker. But nah, man,
You
this shit is like, let's look at it and
are.
look at this shit, bro. Like, it's
Hey,
just hard for
how
me.
far back though does this go, like, historically? Like, will it go back to like the 2017? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Of
Okay.
course.
Yeah, expand some of this. I want to see, like, was it
Look
still
at
super accurate? Well, okay. Look
So
at the buy
look.
signal printed right here though.
2019. So look at 2019, that area that you're
Yeah.
talking about, that high confluence. We fell out of the river. We got to sell. But look, once you get curled up into the river, once it broke through here, you immediately can say that it's going to next resistance area. Buy
Right.
signal popped up at that point in 2019, but
But
it
it
was a
told you to buy
fake
the
out.
top. Yeah, it told you to buy the
Huh?
top. It told
No,
you to
no,
buy
no.
the top.
This came out right here. So when
Ah,
these
okay.
come out,
Okay,
it's
okay,
on the
okay.
side.
I
Yeah.
gotcha. I
Sorry. So
gotcha.
yep,
Okay.
yep, yep. So these mofos, it's like this. Buy signal would have came
Got
out
it.
for this line. It would have
Got
started
it. Got
right
it.
here. So it would have told you to go here, even though it's red. You would have
Yeah, yeah.
gotten in when the buy
Yep.
signal comes up on the monthly. You have to watch the river itself to make sure the river is
Got it.
going up and not down. So this
Yeah.
is what turns me on this time. So, like, look at this buy signal with the river
So
going
that
up.
one printed right there where it was probably still red at the bottom, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
So with the river going up and the girth and it expanding, this is expansion on my river on a monthly. Look at
Yeah.
that. It doesn't lie. So when it got tight here, this was the opportunity for the fake out last year. This is where everyone was saying, "No, this run is over." Like,
Right.
and it very well could have been in this moment right here, especially with this shit going, like, it looked like it was going down. It could
Right.
have came down like that. It would have been over for them, but it hit the girth move and went fucking
Right.
expansion, and we printed right here a buy signal, or we the buy signal comes right here, and it's telling you to prepare for this, like, just
So
like
has
this.
this ever had a fake out though on high time
No,
frame? No?
no, bro, never had a fake out. Do you want to go through the whole thing? That's what I'm trying to
Yeah,
tell
we
you,
can
bro.
when I come back maybe. I gotta jump
Oh,
to this call, but
yeah,
yeah,
cool,
dude,
cool.
like,
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
be
I
running
think
through.
this is why, this is like why, I think you're like, you're a good trader, bro, is you have a system, right? Like, at the end of the day, systems are what I think separate someone who's amateur from someone who's taking it a little
And
bit
there's
more
bro,
serious, you know?
absolutely, and there's videos. There's at least 50 hours of YouTube videos that I have studied, that my mentor created for each indicator, how to use them, how to tailor them.
Right.
Because I don't ever mess with the settings, but I can customize the settings to make it faster for my trades. I can
Mm,
make them faster or slower for larger time frames. Like the river, I can tailor to essentially what my goal is.
got
So
it.
yeah, bro, it's crazy.
All right, let me take this call, bro, and then I'll see if you're still on here, and we can go through some stuff if you're still up. Go
Yeah,
for it.
sounds
Cool.
good.
All
Sounds
right,
good. I'm gonna
later,
run
man.
through the miners later, bro. Let's see, guys. But yeah, I mean, I was speaking to Bits there. I feel like almost turned him into a bull. Do you see how the truth of my indicators are? So these indicators are pretty accurate, and just based off of this one, this is a long-term indicator, and I can also use it as a trading indicator. Even I had him reflecting on, like, damn, that is like accurate, and it has never lied to me. So just some interesting data there to look at. So I just want to show you guys Bitcoin. And hold on, I want to take off my volume shelf. It really bugs me. 1 second, I gotta unshare my screen. There we go. Way better. All right, 1 second. Let's see what these. The miners are actually holding up, guys. So I mean, I'm still in my options. I'm still in my shares. I can show the receipts if you want, but I mean, I'm locked in. I really am anticipating some hard move, and everyone giving me shit. I don't care. I mean, I'm not out here feeding fake plays, and I'm giving you guys actually what I'm doing. So if I'm wrong, I don't care because this is my move. It's not like I'm just giving you a fake move like half these people on X or going on vacation when I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, cool, but I'm not wrong about this being a bull market. I'm not wrong about us and where we're at in terms of getting in on the bull market. Sure, I might be wrong on price action for a week on the miners. I don't care because I'm not looking. I no longer care unless I'm in my option. Sure, but I still think like my 11/8s and my 11/15s are going to be money. $13 Riot will come quickly, and $16 CleanSpark will come even quicker. Nice. I got Asher locked in. 1 sec. I'm talking to Sam from BTBT. Hold on. So I got Asher locked in already November 5th for an interview on live 11 a.m. and Sam and BT are locking it in right now, and Tyler wants to do November 7th. So I'm going to be cooking it up with some Bitcoin mining CEOs. My streams are going to be a little different. I'm going to run through the charts, their sole chart. Um, 30 minutes, talk about it every time frame, and then we'll get the room packed. They'll come in and we're gonna have the best live stream. I got the funnest questions. I'm gonna keep it interesting. So you guys know I'm all about excitement and energy. So this is gonna be fun because they're the questions I'm gonna ask them aren't gonna be like your standard, like I'm gonna ask some fun questions. CleanSpark dropped on fairly low volume, expecting a big move on November, December. If people can't stomach these days on volatile assets, and that exactly the invest in into an index if you can't handle this because this is crazy, guys. Like if I don't consider myself like a bad investor or trader. So if I'm actually telling you guys how I'm seeing the charts, for the most part, my accuracy with any of my trades, any of my investments long term, it's almost 100%. Like everything I invested in my portfolio, whether it's stock or crypto, it's just timing. If I have to wait, if I'm locked in on a monthly time frame and I see the target, I hit. It's obviously going to be harder when you're dealing with a volatile asset and you're giving 4 hour and 1 day time frame targets. But my targets even play out for the miners. They might take a little longer, but they always play out. So let's go over this chart real quick. Everyone hit the retweet button. So we got 1,600 people in here. This is lit. Thoughts on CleanSpark's 37 calls? I like that. 725, 37 calls. Fuck yeah, bro. You should see my target for CleanSpark. I have and that's a modest target, bro, for CleanSpark. Happy Halloween, everyone. This is lit. But let's go over Bitcoin real quick and look at this. Bitcoin right now, who asked me for Bitcoin retest levels? So this is where I think Bitcoin will retest. This is where a possible second retest is. I'm not worried about a retest right here. So I don't want to talk about it. We're not worried about a retest there, guys. This is a bull market. We're going to create higher lows. And actually, we can even bounce there. That would be a higher low. So I think it would be okay. Actually, no, we can't bounce there. We want to see the bounce here. So I'm not betting on it. The river, it's clearly going up into these channels. So once it goes up, this line, that's going to be where it next bounces. So I imagine, let me see. So once we come, I think we bounce here, gang. I really do. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if I'm too bullish. If you don't like it, don't follow me because I'm not gonna change my views because some trolls on X think I'm being too bullish. I'm being responsibly bullish because I constantly am flipping from bearish to bullish based off of my trades where we are in the season. I'm not flipping bearish anymore. I'm no longer shorting Bitcoin. Look at how long I was shorting Bitcoin, guys, for with accuracy. And when I stopped my last short, we continued the uptrend. So I'm responsibly bullish and bearish. Unlike a lot of these people on X who don't know how to stick to one side or they get lost in the sauce of their trade. If my trade is wrong, I will happily admit it and flip sides. I'm not here to pretend like I'm trying to get something right or force a trade. I'm here to make money. So overall, those are my retest levels for Bitcoin. We can go a little closer. We can look at and then I'm gonna dive into the miners, guys. So we're gonna see some miners. It looks like it's going to play out Bart Simpson. So Bart Simpson's in town. We want to see this level hold up. The buy levels on the daily right here. We don't want to see, or a 4-hour time frame. We don't want to see it close under 76. So let's take a look. And we're probably not. This is already an overextended drop. We're almost at the bottom of the river on the 4-hour time frame. But getting to the bottom does take us over this area. So I'm curious to see if we can actually snatch it back up. It's already exaggerated and bounced. If this 4-hour candle can close here, the next one, so we don't want to see, so we have an hour and 20 minutes. If this hour and 20 minutes results in us getting back above 71.3, we're probably going to rip the rest of the day. This, if we can get above 71.3, we're definitely going to continue at least a little move into this range again. If we don't get that close above there, the 12 to 4 p.m. candle cannot close under 71. So that's my metrics for the day. So I just gave you where we need to bounce for the day. So yes, we got the sell signal, but we got plenty of time for it to reverse. MACD is giving us red, but I always give one bar to flip out of it. So if this bar decides to be red, the next one cannot be red or the trend is set. If we lose this key level, we have a lot of buy orders at 66 to 64. So let's wait and see. I don't think we're gonna necessarily hit these low levels. So let's see. Because I mean, I could short the fuck out of Bitcoin right now, honestly, and it might hit, but it's not worth it to me. What, short it to 69 and then lose all my money on a quick little swift? No, I'm good. I'm not shorting right here, guys. And if I'm not shorting, and I constantly am shorting Bitcoin, and it's easy as hell to short Bitcoin, but it's not worth it right now because we don't know when it's going to want to recover and hit a hard reversal to the upside. So even the, let's look, the 1 hour, way too overextended. So the bounce has to happen here very quickly. So last time it gave the sell, it was, look at sell, 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 and it took like a few hours and boom, it started to just hit the uptrend. This is appropriate on the 1 hour. This is a fantastic dip. I think we're probably hitting our bounce here very soon. So based off of how my advanced RSI indicator is looking, it looks like the bounce is imminent at this point. So a bounce would, I want to see the strength of the bounce and how the miners respect it. So let's pay attention to this. So this is what really turns me on right now in this period. The miners, yeah, they go down with Bitcoin, but they go now up harder with any movement because of the sentiment. So let's take a look at the miners real quick and then one sec. second. Yeah. So let's just take a look at the miners and see what's going on. So Bitcoin dropping. Let's see if the bounce. I wish I could share two screens. What's your ETH target this cycle? Will it run in Q1? I think ETH is going to run. Let's see what dominance is doing. So I did a video on my YouTube channel on the relationship with ETH, Bitcoin, and dominance. So dominance being at 60 point, damn. So dominance has to come down if ETH wants to run, and dominance doesn't look like it wants to cool off just yet. This is my targets for dominance, and this is where we need it. So hard run for ETH if we can get back to 58. Dominance on the daily on the river is way too overextended. So this is has to come down, man, has to. So these would be kind of like my targets for it. So I really need dominance to come down, and it's just been on a tear. Let's look at the weekly. Yeah, dominance is going to cool off here, and when it does, man, we should see an alt season based off of this. So dominance for maybe another week, maybe another two, we'll start to slope, but we need it to come a little down. My target for ETH though, it's giving me this short squeeze pattern on the weekly that the miners are doing. I love to see this because when it gives me a short squeeze pattern, we get aggressive really quick. But I have high targets for my target for this is going to be obviously at least all-time high. But then let's see. This is a generic way. I do other guesstimates, but I mean, like 7,000 is not a horrible target. So let's say we start to, and this lines up perfectly what I've been saying, guys. They're good. They bottomed out, and we're gonna see it like a top move on the alts in Q2. Q2, the start of it, and Q1, we get a taste of it. So we're gonna see all-time highs for these starting in Q1, and we'll for sure see it in Q2. And that's just based off of how I know these miners move. So when we see dominance cooling off, dominance Q4 belongs to Bitcoin. We know this. So Bitcoin is going to give us a lot of action in Q4. Most miners have gone down this year with BTC up 68%. It's called divergence in price action, brother. So they're diverging from price action, and it's not unusual for them to do that. Is there any way we can get these tools, a course or a Patreon? Unfortunately, my indicators are invite only, and I am unfortunately selective with who I allow to use them because this trading system is essentially like my identity. So I have shared my trading system with some people, but I only have traded it with them with a goal that I have in mind for them. So I'm trying to create a team of traders with my system, and then I want to do something with it in 2025. I want to trade with them. I want them to see the stuff on the charts that I see. Maybe they see something different, but with my indicator. So I've allowed 4 people to use my charts. 2 are great, and I just gave 2 this week. So I need a total of like 6 people. So I'm only allowing 2 more people to kind of mentor, and I'm guiding them and showing them the ropes and how I would do it, speeding up their trading process essentially. And 2 of them are really good already. One of them is a 17-year-old who's going to Harvard, and he's already trading by himself, and he messages me, and I like I said, I trade by myself right now, but I need them to practice and use this in 2025. I have a goal in mind of I want to create like a hive mind of my trading indicator system. So unfortunately, the indicators aren't for sale because my mentor doesn't sell them. But I have high targets, so 7,000 respectfully for ETH, and that's low balling. But everyone smash the retweet button. We got 2,000 people in here in like 40 minutes. I'm gonna run through the miners. I'm gonna run through alts. I'll answer questions. One sec. I'll look at all that right now. Let's see. All right, yeah. So on these dips, I'm definitely gonna add to my 1115 CleanSpark 16 and my 1115 riots. Absolutely, because I mean, to not add at these prices would be stupid for me. You know, like when you come to that, when you don't sell your short dated options and you still have conviction. Unfortunately, like I said, all my indicators are invite only, but he does have free versions of some of them. So I do know he has them still. So I could, and he has a free version of this one. It's a little different. It was the prototype, but I know it works the same. It just doesn't have the percents, and it looks a little different. But he doesn't have a prototype for this or this. There's a prototype for the ribbons as well, but that's about it. I'll maybe do a tutorial. Actually, yeah, give me a follow on X. I'm gonna do a tutorial on the free version of the whale indicator and my ribbons. So look out for that. But let's take a look. Like indexes, for example, I monitor this. I wanted to do a whole video on indexes and kind of showing you guys the correlation between what's going on. But let's SPY for a second. SPY right now looks like, on a weekly time frame that it's given us, we get like three red candles, one, two, three, one, two, one, two, three, and then this is not a red candle because it's outlined. I don't count that. One, two. So you get 2 to 3 red candles on SPY in a bull market. We have heavy buys here. So give me this red week, baby. And I'm primed. I'm excited for what's to come after election. So that's why I'm so bullish, guys, because I know exactly what is about to happen. So with that being said, I hope I could chill your mind. But remember, everyone, I have a shit ton of money in the miner shares. I have a shit ton of money in this entire sector. So for me to still believe in them at this moment and be like, this is fine, that should instill some confidence. Hey guys, I'm gonna be smash the retweet on my posts. I'll be following back some people that retweet out the posts that I notice that are always in my spaces and supporting me. Those are typically, I follow a lot of people that I see supporting my page and everything, but smash the retweet. How many figures deep? Like I have 150,000 in shares. I have 160,000 in options. So I don't think so, 4-year cycle. I mean, I know you're a beast with in and out trading, but it's not time for me to be cute here, man. I know I'm like, people are probably like, "What the fuck?" But I mean, I don't feel like being cute here, in my opinion. But I feel you, bro. They might have not liked this move, but pay attention to this 4-year cycle. What do you think's gonna happen on the bounce? So that's what I'm most curious on is the strength of the miners on this next bounce. So I really want everyone to pay attention. If this next bounce, Bitcoin just kind of goes lateral and the miners really accelerate in price, then they don't care about the price necessarily and they're trading off the sentiment. So I'm at this moment trying to build the theory of, or the thesis is, if the sentiment is more important than the price, and we'll know on this next bounce. If on this next bounce, the miners really respect it, then I'm 100% right that they really don't care about the price. It's about the sentiment. Let's see here, but I feel you guys. I know there's a lot of frustration in here, but I do have, it's not like I have a little bit of money. So anyone I talk to that I've already shared positions with wants to see my positions. I share shit all the time, but I'm not going to post my shit on X just for random people. But if I fuck with you and I talk to you, I'll send you all my positions in miners right now. And I'm balls deep in it. Like I'm not trading right now because this bag right here, I want to make like a fucking times 5. I want to make a times 10. And I traded memes, guys, for a long time in 2021, 2022, or last bull market. I am no rookie to volatility. Like, you imagine trading memes and that volatility. You can say that again. Miners are diverging from Bitcoin. Currently, you'll see that it's called divergence. We want to see this shit, the separation from them respecting the upside and downside and kind of doing their own thing. And that's what I want to see. So I think we're going to get there, you know? But I'm more than a day trader, guys. I'm a higher time frame frequency trader, and you can see when Bits came on here, I kind of got him to realize that this is a bull market. Even he was looking at this shit. So even he was like, "Does this show all the data?" I even had him contemplating that this area. He's like, when you see it like this, it's hard to deny the facts. So what does this look like on a monthly time frame? This looks like a bull market to me. This looks like a bull market to me. This looks like this part. 2020 is this part. 2021 is this part. It's hard to deny that we are in a bull market with my advanced RSI indicator. Facts. So even Bits of Wealth, the biggest bear on X, kind of was silent. Everyone in here who was in here when he was sharing his screen, you saw how silent he got when the facts of my indicator were right there. There's a bit of a gap at CleanSpark at 250 area, added a bit more. If we get there, I'm adding I'm buying 24, fuck yeah. So I'm adding heavy to these options, guys. I'm gonna buy a lot. I'm gonna buy a lot. I'm betting on 11.15 by then. CleanSpark definitely gonna be at 16 bucks. Because all we need is one candle for clean. Look at this. Look at last year, CleanSpark. But shout out to you for your cycle. You know, you're a beast with not being technical and trading based off of, if you're up, you're up. That motherfucker swings it hardcore. But I don't think I want to be cute here, brother. I think, the monthly time frame is really telling, guys. Short squeeze mode right here. Whenever this shit happens, you see this type of candle. So I just don't want to miss it, guys. I don't want to miss a $8 to $23 type of candle. I can't. So this is not the time for me to be cute. And I'm feeling very, very confident that this is it. It's likewise, we bounced off here. It's already showing me we're going up. I mean, what more do I want on a monthly time frame from CleanSpark? Nothing. There's nothing more. We're entering this period right here. So CleanSpark is in this period. You can tell by the girth right here, the girth right here. It bounced right here. Look at that perfect bounce almost at the same time and just boom, hit it in 2021. It even hit it in boom, November last year. So I'm not getting cute here. So when I see this shit on my advanced RSI indicator, it's not time for me to be cute because these are higher time frame frequencies. These are not low time frames that are very volatile. This is based off of a high time frame frequency, and I don't think it's time to be cute. Not for me. Planning to make a lot more money. Do you guys like when I show my face on live, or do you prefer not to? Can you guys drop some feedback in the comments? Is it better to see my face, or is it better to just have it how I did? So I just wanted to start showing my face. I don't know why, but I don't mind. I'm curious on the feedback on that. What is better? If my face is distracting, or I don't know. Let me see here though. Fuck it. I think I'm gonna add right now to my CleanSpark a little bit. Better to see. All right, for sure. I'm gonna add a little bit to my CleanSpark here at the 11, 15, $16 calls. They're 24 cents right now. I'm gonna add a little bit, and then I'm gonna add some heavy at 11 at 10.50. November 16 was the liftoff for CleanSpark. Oh, okay. Woo! Bullish. Okay, that's what I like to hear. But let's look at that. So look at this though, for your cycle. We started a little bit earlier. So because of ETFs, if you look at, so yes, 11.16 was the takeoff, but like look at this. So if we're comparing last year, we had a we didn't have a nice finish last year. So this can't or last October, it gave us actually a doji. This is a doji candle. What the fuck? So this is bullish. When I see a doji candle down, 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 doji, that's actually a really bullish candle. But I prefer to see a full body kind of green outline. So if I had to pick this one, honestly, that setup was right there waiting for an explosive move. But this right here is even better because the ribbons are so tight and we have it outlined. Green outline always follows with some type of good price action. Let me see something real quick. So in November, it printed the buy signal. We're gonna get the buy signal possibly on tomorrow if they can just get it together. If we get the buy signal, it sets us up immediately for a hard run. So I think, guys, we're gonna get the buy signal on CleanSpark on the monthly. Like I said, that's let me see. Oh fuck, today's the monthly. So let's see if they can. It just needs to get to 1150. It was previously here. So let's see if these guys want to turn it up and give us a strong monthly close and give us the buy signal. Yeah. I've been talking about CleanSpark a lot. My bad, but I have my biggest bag in CleanSpark, so I don't mind talking about it like this. Cipher earnings was today. Yeah, absolutely. I'll go over all the miners. My bad that I'm dragging on CleanSpark, but it's one of my biggest positions share wise. So let's see. I'll run through them quick. I'm sorry I'm taking so long, but just want to really be thorough with what's going on. And, I think hopefully, I'm not, if my bullishness is annoying you, I'm sorry, but it's going to pay off here very, very soon. So monthly chart. So even this monthly chart still look, this is an absolute short squeeze on Mara that we're seeing here. Absolute short squeeze on the monthly. So this has to follow. So with that, I thought, okay, since we're having such a hard sell-off today, I'm going to bet November is going to start off. I'm throwing my reputation on the line. I think tomorrow, I thought it was going to be a sell-off on the market. I think tomorrow we are going to see at least a explosive day to start off the month. And it would make sense because we're starting off the month and we're closing off the weekly chart. So I really thought today was going to be a great day in the market and tomorrow we see the sell off. But if you look at the weekly time frame is also an absolute short squeeze mode right now. So if this weekly finishes off like this, not good. And next week we're probably going down. But I bet if my theory is playing out right, tomorrow is going to be a fantastic weekly close and the start to a fantastic monthly candle. So that's what I'm thinking is about to go down. One second. One sec. But I hope, you guys are at least feeling a little better with my analysis and shit. And, like I said, charts is like astrology. For your psycho had told me one time when he was trolling me. I won't forget for your psycho. And he's right. You got to go with who has the best outlook on the chart because this is essentially just like not a guessing game, but a critical thinking game. And I don't just look at the charts when I trade. I look at a lot of other factors and I'm taking a lot of other things into consideration. And, if the chart goes against me on a higher time frame, I'm going to let you guys know. I'm going to tell you that this looks bad. But it's just the little time frames, the daily, the 4 hours that's giving us not the best look. And I have a lot of hope on the weekly and the monthly, and that's what we want to see. So you don't want to see the hope on the shorter time frames. You want to see that on the weekly. And a lot of key shit popping up on all the miners right now, like this, sure, is very tight, man, on the weekly, and same shit on the monthly. So a short squeeze is inevitable for this motherfucker, but like it's inevitable. We're getting a green outline. So I think we started everything. Oh shit! Look at Mara. So it gave us the Doji candle, decent candle, green outline. That's what I'm saying. November is December of last year. So you can see this whole pattern right here is the exact same as this month. We're getting the same. And then I just saw that right now. I just realized that shit right now. What the fuck? So look, September, September. September, October, November. September, October, November. So it's giving us the Doji candle, gang. I didn't even fucking realize this shit. I've been so locked in on this shit, and I can't believe I fucking missed it. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. We're fucking mooning. There's no way we got a doji candle with a green outline and it's not the setup of a lifetime, guys. This is not where you want to be, Q. Don't fucking miss the run, guys. Fuck. Don't do it, please. Yeah, so this pattern recognition even here, could you record your live stream phase analysis at some point, but during this is recorded. It'll be on my YouTube. Hit the link on my bio. This will be on my YouTube channel. So man, guys, this looks great though. Wow. Like how much more bullish can I be? And then all my this is really what turns me on. We are in short squeeze mode. It literally cannot get any tighter than this. It cannot. It cannot get any tighter than this. Look at how long Mara's been given a short squeeze mode. Right here, you think it's going to turn green. So look, Mara fucked us all on a monthly time frame all year since. Look at how long it stayed blue ribbons. That's almost a fucking year. So if these ribbons turn red, there is no bull market. There is no bull market if these turn red. This would turn red and take for literally 10 months to change, guys. So it's not going to fucking turn red, guys. It's not. It's not gonna fucking turn red. Hell no. If this shit turns red, I on my everything, I really will just fall off the face of earth on X because that means I was so wrong and I lost myself a lot of money if this shit turns red. I'm fucked if this shit turns red. I don't feel like I'm fucked. If anything, I'm excited and I feel so confident that these motherfuckers are gonna turn green because this is the start of BTC's parabolic bull run. So if this was any other point, if we were like this in the summer, I would be fucking terrified. I would be terrified. And you can see in the summer, it was tight here. So in the summer, I was getting a little scared. But then I didn't realize that the monthly takes fucking 3 months for these to change color, 6 months to change. So I was like, oh, thank God. This doji candle as well. Same pattern, guys. So thank God that the ribbons do take forever to change colors. And thank God we're in a bull market. So I can't instill any more confidence than how confident I feel about that shit, man. Look at the daily. Cool. I want to look at what it did last time it ran. Let's take a look. Last time it ran, let's see here. So last time it ran, you can see it just gave us a lot of confusion leading up to this point. So the ribbon started to immediately fan out. And you can see in this period here, last cycle or last year, Mara really gave a lot of confirmation compared to what it's doing now, though. That's the only thing that's different. You can see that it really started to fan up here. You can see that it's really tight here, and then it gave us the parabolic move. What did this look like right now on the daily? So it's doing the opposite here. So it's not really giving us too much confirmation yet. But if this dip produces a really bad dip, let me show you what's going to happen. Just critically thinking about this shit. So, for example, if this dip really just continues to just dip and doesn't just withstand this and bounce here, so it can withstand and bounce here. The ribbons are still green. This actually looks a little bit like what it did, just confusion. And if this shit really loses this 1630 area and we dip all the way to over here, that's going to be bad for the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame in that moment turns fucking red and no short squeeze. So you have to ask yourself, do you think we're in a bull market? Do you feel like we're in a bull market? Do you believe we're in a bull market? And I do, guys. So this is what Tesla did. Tesla always does these types of short squeeze, and so do the miners. When I see this shit, dude, I know what's gonna happen. So the miners like to give us these high areas of short squeeze. Oh shit. Hold on. When I see this shit, man, I just want to bring up Tesla because the miners haven't done this to us in a while. They've given us like transition of colors, colors, colors. You would think that it's going to go from green to blue to red, but let me just show you Tesla real quick because this is exactly how I saw Tesla. And I was screaming to the top of my lungs to people that it was going to do this. I just want to show you in this time frame. So when we get these on any time frame, when it goes from like green to blue, and then it gets really tight here. I'm just showing you here because I know it was on this chart. I don't feel like looking for which miner was showing me. So I think on a weekly time frame for the miners, it's doing green to blue, and you would think that it's gonna fucking go red, but it's gonna lie to us and just hit the green again. Exactly what it did here. Green to blue. You think it's over? Psych, bitch. It went fucking green. So the charts on the miners always do some shit like BTC does this shit all the time. Like, let me see. Or where it gets super tight and then just flips back. But nah, man, I can't with with X. I might have to just fall back because it affects me like, being this bullish and like no one believing in me. It kind of affects me because I have such strong conviction with the charts in my personal trades and I'm handing this shit to CT served hot and then it's like, fuck guys, at least, I don't even care for the shit talkers. As long as you're just shit talking my TA and not talking shit about me and my height and how I look or my wife or shit like that, you can troll me. But I know I've been blocking a lot of people, but it's not for my TA. It's for people literally coming at me or like making fun of like some stupid shit. Like you can stick to making fun of me, but when it comes only to my TA. How does your MAR position size compare to CleanSpark? I have um CleanSpark, I have the most. I have maybe like 30% CleanSpark. I have like 20% Mara. I have like a lot of Cipher, maybe that's a 20%, and then the rest are just smaller positions. But those are my top three. I have added Riot shares recently, so I mean, I'm pretty positioned. If I don't really want to touch my UEC or LEC position since they're gonna run. So, oh my God, bro, I'm a UEC whale. That was my number one position. My mentor had me buy that all my mentor had me buy UEC. That was my first stock, bro. Shut the fuck up. Uranium and nuclear, that my long-term portfolio, guys, I never talk about, but I'm heavy into UAC. I never, that's raw, bro. Smart motherfucker. UAC is not done yet, especially with nuclear taking off. I sold like 50,000 shares of UEC and I bought like 30,000 shares of Palantir in January. So I sold half that position for Palantir. And then I sold half of Palantir recently at 40 bucks to buy a bunch of miners. So why no whales in Mara? It's okay, man. The whales will come up. Let me show you something. It doesn't matter because when the whales show up, they show up. So the whales on the daily time frame for the miners, it doesn't matter because when they show up, they show up. And they've already showed up here. This seems like a max loss volume type of day. So we got the OB signal. This means overkill on the daily. So if the daily's overkill already, this is probably the max pain for this motherfucker on the daily. So hold on one sec. Messaging Sam real quick. Me and Sam are locking in the date. Sorry, Aaron here. So I got Asher locked in on November 5th, 11 a.m. Me and Sam are locking in right now. He says he'll confirm today. And then Tyler for Cipher, we're going to do like November 7th, I believe. So a lot of fun shit. So tattoos are out? What do you mean said tattoos are out? Yeah, don't make fun of my tattoos, guys. My tattoos, or like if you guys come at my image and shit, I will block you. So, oh, Bits is back. What's up, Bits? We got 2,600 peeps in here. Everyone smash the retweet button. You got the hold up. I'll tag you bits to say you're back in here. We got the bull versus the bear. This
Dude,
shit about to get crazy.
you pull a lot of viewers on these, huh?
Yeah, this is nothing, bro. It should fill up to like 5,000 here in a bit. So yeah.
Is this your minor community mainly, or like where are
No,
you? Nah?
no. This is like I don't know how I pull so much, bro. But you're right. That's why the CEOs wanna come and do lives because they've even noticed. Like
Yeah,
Asher asked me to do the live, like, because I was like, let's do a space. He's
yeah,
like, nah, let's do your live. I was like, all right, let's go.
yeah. Nah, you're
Hold
doing
on one
something
sec.
right, man. If people are following, so
One sec. 1 second. I'll tag you in this one. Bid is joining. I'm gonna put my favorite bear. I think it's my energy, bro. People just like how I talk.
you smack talk a lot,
I
huh?
smack talk and I back it up, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, but it's hard to ignore the facts on my BTC chart where that this is a bull run, right? You have to admit that.
Well, we're about to find out, man.
But even the daily, bro. So
Yeah.
like let's look at my advanced RSI.
It's definitely in an uptrend. Like we're definitely uptrending. All the structure that I was waiting on to get clear uptrending daily
Look at
structure
this.
is
We're
good.
getting this right now, baby. In your face. It's gonna be nasty. In your face. So it's already telling me, bro. Like I said, I could trade based off this long time structure. I don't even need to make no lines or nothing. It's just this long time RSI structure is on point. You can show your chart. You can talk a little bit.
All right, cool. Let me pull it up here.
I know, Mike. I know you're joking. I'm fucking with you too. Like I said, I could handle the trolling guys. So you can make fun of my charts all you want. I'm not gonna go on vacation like half these people, right, Bits? I'm in this bitch always.
He's in here.
I'm in here cooking it up. But yeah, the lives I for a little account, that's what I noticed too, bro. I noticed like these big accounts with like 100, like 100, 500, and they're really not pulling these numbers, which is weird, right?
Yeah.
So watch, we're gonna cook it up. We're gonna get
Yeah,
like
it's
everyone's
I think it's like the engagement, bro. Like the
yeah.
you
And I
you have highly engaged audience, you know.
Yeah, and I feed them the fucking I feed them the plays, bro. The TA, bro. Like people charge for this shit, bro. Like
Oh
I'm
yeah.
out here just doing it for like the sake of it to like fucking just do it, bro. Just because you know what, I don't need to make money off my followers. I'm here to fucking make money with my followers, and that's why the ones that don't troll me and respect me, because no one can be 100% right on their calls, bro. Like I'm
Exactly.
pretty high accurate with my trades and flipping sides. I'll give you the chart so you can talk, but I mean, just respect, bro. Like we're out here giving people our opinion. Same with you. Like I know you're like one of the only people, bro, that can take like the lightly trolling with TA, and I could take it too. We're funny, bro. That's why I like
Yeah.
having you and shit. You're the biggest bear. Put your fucking horns on the profile
Not
picture, in my
yet,
opinion.
dude. Every time you tell me to put them on, it's the top, man. I just,
No,
I'm
talk to
waiting
me
for
about your chart.
I'm waiting for you to tell me at a bottom or something, bro.
All right.
Now, look, I mean, I agree. Like right now, this could be a really healthy pullback. This is on like a 4 hour. Got a small little channel that we've been kind of moving up along. Bottom of the channel puts you right here at, kind of what was the upper end of this range, right? 68, 69. So we'll be watching to see what kind of reaction you get here. You might just be getting a nice little curl up here. And like you said, and it continues. And I just gotta at that point maybe readjust my channel to be a little wider. But yeah, this could be a perfectly healthy. I'd start getting worried if we start losing this structure here, right? If you start coming down, really, if you lose these lows, then something changed. But if you start coming down here with some speed, I'd be getting a little cautious. I'd be getting cautious that maybe it's not going to come up and do like a lower high or something. But right now, it's uptrending inside the channel. If it holds the channel, it could do that. If it fails the channel, it could just mean that I need to widen my channel. But yeah, this whole area though is why I'm still so cautious, man. You have you've got the prior all-time high, you've got the current all-time high, you've got all the peaks we've done every single month basically. You got your 21 high right here. So this is a sticky zone. Like we are in a sticky zone. I'm not surprised that it's kind of pulling back a little bit here. I think that it's perfectly reasonable. But yeah, overall, like, look, the main structure I was watching here was a break of this high. Since that was the high, this was the swing high here that led to our low, right? So that's the high that we wanted to break. You know, we got that break here a few days ago. We're now above that. So things are looking good. There's a lot of volume here. If you look at the volume profile, done a lot of trading here. You know, like when I talked yesterday about like how I like to flip these zones, like maybe I'll talk to that real quick here. Let me take off some of these drawings. So for me, like when I'm ready to flip the zone, what that means for me, like to turn this red into green, I would want to see it, you know, do something like that. And then it needs to, you know, it needs to spend a little bit of time, do some chopping up here because I want to see this volume profile. Right now it drops off. Like if you look at this, it completely drops off right here, right? I would want to see the volume profile build like a little node, kind of like how it has here. It would have to do something like that up here. So that could mean that, you know, maybe it starts to build a little bit of like that. Once I see that on the volume profile here, then that to me tells me, okay, we're getting some price acceptance above the range. So if at that point I saw a pullback anywhere, I'd say honestly, anywhere like from here to here, if we saw a pullback here, I'd be then looking, okay, now we're pulling back into support. Like this would then get flipped to green, right? So then I'd be looking for long entries. So that's kind of my criteria, you know. So if I see it spend some time up here, like to who was it? Will, I think that mentioned it on the space yesterday. Like, yeah, I could go to 80K. I'd honestly probably be okay with that. Like if it goes here and it goes up and it's kind of chopping, it's getting close to 80, gives me that deep pullback, dude. I'm looking to get long. We'll flip this to green.
Hell
We'll
yeah.
get long. You know, because then
Yeah.
there's
And then you'll
confirmation.
change and
There's
then
no
you'll
doubt.
change it and then you'll change it.
Then we'll throw the horns on, bro. Then
All right.
we'll host a ceremony on your space
All
and we'll
right.
do
We'll
like a
we'll
changing of the
we'll
guard
do
and
a
everything, bro.
funeral for your bear profile pic. And it'll get
Exactly.
fun. It'll get fun. I'm gonna
Exactly.
change my profile pic to something with a horn. But guys, we almost got 3,000 listeners in here. Everyone give my dude Bits of Wealth a follow. He's a higher frequency, time frame type of guy. So gotta respect these types of traders. But definitely give him a follow and everyone smash the retweet. Let's get 3,000 people in here. We cooking it up. We cooking it up. But
What happened on this one, bro? I mean, this is the one that did they have bad earnings or how were the earnings?
who, right?
Coin.
Fucking coin, bro. Don't talk to me about this. I had fucking 20. I had 26 bands on that shit,
I
bro.
know,
So
I know. I told you
it's
that
all good.
it was running into this resistance, which was making me
Yeah,
cautious.
yeah. But you know, it's
But why is it dropping like this though? I didn't think it was gonna do that.
mm-mm.
I
I
thought it
didn't
was
think it was gonna be.
fine.
It wasn't that
Yeah,
bad. Yes, but you know what? The thing that
yeah.
assures me with coin is it looks like the minor print. It has the same. So let me
Mm.
grab your chart real quick. So let's talk about coin and why I think it's okay. So luckily, most of my bread is in the 11-15 calls, and it's only 220. A 220 move shouldn't be that hard for this motherfucker to accomplish. So I want to put this next to.
Yeah, you're basically just asking for it to come back up here to the high, right? So
Yeah, and that's not that bad. So I want
and I
to
mean
look
it
at
is getting
two.
into a smaller time frame support zone. So like
Mm-hmm.
where it rejected to me was not even like a high time frame rejection. Same thing here. So you could actually you might be getting a bounce here, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
if
I'm
it
not
can
scared.
hold
Like I said,
here, you
conviction,
know, kind
baby.
of here. Yeah.
Hold on one sec. I gotta let the CT know we going over Kane. Going over Kane. Going over coin. One
Cool.
sec. 1 second. STR. It's because I'm hyped though, baby. That's why we'll find you. And you know what? I'm real, bro. That's one thing I think my followers understand about me. I don't filter shit, bro. I think that's what they like the most. But let's
Yeah.
get it, baby.
Yeah. People
Coin
like
right
to
now.
follow real people,
I'm
man.
up. I'm authentic, bro. I swear a lot. You know, I'm caring. I'm super cocky with my TA, but I'm actually a
Yeah,
humble
you are.
person in real life. But I'm very competitive, bro. I'm very.
Yeah.
It's not even a. It's
That's
not
good.
even a joke. But I'm very competitive with my TA because you know this shit wasn't easy to
Yeah.
master. I would say, but now in real life, I'm a nice guy, bro. Like, you know, I donate money. I help people out. I've been in the trenches, so you know, that's how I feel with my followers, bro. I want to take care of them
Yeah.
But don't talk shit about me, guys. Nah, just kidding. But hey, coin. Let's look at the higher frequency time frames real quick for the monthly. So this is one thing that I've been, bullish on the monthly. So
No
coin
signal,
finally
bro.
gives me enough data on the monthly for me to see it. So this right here would have been, if you would have been able to see, you were never gonna make money here. So this
Mm,
shit was this shit would have been like this, would have been falling.
got
So
it.
hold on. Yeah, this is the truth, bro. This indicator is the truth. So you're falling here, and
Right.
this is the recovery, and you can see the extension of it actually continuing to go up, bro. So this already showed us that it wants to bounce right here, and all we need to see is a monthly close above here for us to get a buy signal again, and maybe we get the monthly close there in November. Or I would bet it's going to be November. That's
What
why
what what prints the buy signal though? Is it the like the river that you say or what, or like the is it that, or
it's
is it the actual
approaching.
RSI?
So it's approaching this. If you close above, hold on.
Got it.
So
Got it.
what
Got it.
prints
If it's
the
above
river
an
extends
area.
with time. Above here, and above here. Same with like if
Mm,
you're coming down and it breaks above there, it guesstimates that it's gonna break. So it can tell based off of like the direction, like, oh,
yeah.
it's gonna break. So it gives you that signal. Like let's look at the weekly, but it's hard to ignore this shit, bro, because it plays out to a T. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's been telling you nothing but sell signals, bro. Why were you buying?
Boy, shut your ass up. Stupid ass. Nah. Let me show
Look
you why
at
though. Let
it
me
on
show
the
you why
5
though.
day. Look at it on the 5 day.
Fuck no. No, no, no. What's it called though? The reason though I was feeling confident because let me show you. Let me show you. Because I'm fucking stupid. Nah. I was feeling confident because the weekly
There's
already
gotta
gave
be
us.
method to your madness.
There
There's
is,
gotta
there
be
is. I'm all about predictability and predicting where my charts are gonna go. That's my whole system, my whole trading philosophy. I like to predict, and that's why if you notice when I do my charts, I always leave space. Do you notice
yeah,
that? I'm one of the
yeah,
only
yeah.
because I have to visually see where it's gonna go. So
Right.
I'm all about wanting to predict because that's where I make most of the money is getting that entry before that move happens.
Got
Hmm.
it. See, I'm a little more
So
reactionary where like
yeah, I was about to
I
say
wait
you
for
need
confirmation on
confirmation. You
yeah.
need confirmation, and hey, I like that, bro. I'm gonna make a tweet
The
about
only
that.
thing I do predict is like I like to have oh my dog. I like to have like
Oh,
a
damn, bro, chill. I can hear your inner bear coming out. Relax, bro. We're on the live. There's kids in here. Chill, bear. That was your spirit animal.
oh,
Holy
that's
shit.
hilarious. Yeah, the only thing I predict is not so much the price action, but I'll predict like the zones where price can move into, and then I'll react once price is doing a certain thing in that zone. So it's like a mix of it could go here, but I'm not going to trade it until it does, and until it does like ABC in that location, right? So yeah, man, TA's it's one of like the most engaging and mentally stimulating things I've found as an adult, you know?
Yeah, I mean, me, I don't play video games. I don't watch TV. I don't have hobbies. I don't work out anymore. I go on runs and walks and to just kind of help with anxiety and,
Yeah,
charts, bro. You get obsessed with this shit
yeah,
and, this is my niche and I love it, bro. But look at this shit though. So we got the expansion of the move and this is the consolidation phase. Like the river had a chance to continue the move down. So this is all about predictability, remember? So this should have came down like this. It should have continued to move down,
mm,
and it decided to give us accumulation base mode, which is this. So when we get the turn of the river like this, it's already telling me the direction it wants to curve. It's going to essentially
looks like it
tighten
might
up the girth.
tighten. Yeah, it might
Yeah,
tighten.
that's what we want. That's what we want. So when we get that tightening of the girth, coins move is going to come then in Q1 with probably the alts, probably with the entire crypto sector. Like Bitcoin doesn't necessarily reflect the price of coin. I think coin is more attached to like the miner world and essentially like that sector. But with that being said, the bottom of this shit would be your 175 and that's your target, right? Or did you tell me 130? Because it can't go to 130,
I,
bro.
I
I
think
can
I
tell you
think
this
it
with
I think it could
confidence.
do 120. I think it could do 120 based on like
It
how I
can't.
look at my TA.
No,
Well,
sir.
let me
It
tell you
really
why.
can't.
Like, even if you look at your RSI here, I don't know if you ever do like structure on your RSI, but your RSI has been making lower highs and higher lows. Like it does look like it just made a lower high and it wants to maybe make a lower leg. So that's kind of where I'd be looking, is for like a retest of that buy signal that you had right there.
Okay, I like that. So that's cool. I could start doing that. I guess I never used it like that. So,
I
so
mean,
I like
I don't know how accurate it would be to back test it because I don't use this indicator. But like when I'm
it's
looking at it,
pretty
I'm
accurate. It would back
like,
test. It would back test.
okay.
Yeah.
But I think it take
Yeah,
a
my
lot. Like
friend
I
said,
think you're right.
someone
Like
said, damn, you got mad viewers right now. I'm like, hell yeah, we do. Early. These are great numbers, guys. We got 3,000 people in here. Cook it up, baby. Everyone tell your mom, your grandma, your aunt, your cousin that we are serving it hot, medium rare. Let's get it. What were you saying, brother?
oh, I don't know. I think I was just like, I think I was just
But
talking.
yeah, I don't think it can. I don't think it's possible because look, if you don't think, and then you have to think about this, bro. Do you believe we're entering a bull market? Just answer that.
Hold on. Where the hell did I lost my window of where the stream is at. Hold on.
Let me put it.
Ah, here
Oh,
it
your
is.
chart.
Got it. There we go. Yeah, I
I
lost it
gotta
from.
activate your chart.
No, no, no. The stream. I was trying to find this the stream window. I lost it. I found it.
Mm. Let me show you something,
What were you
bro. So
saying?
you really, so your target will hit if there is no bull market. So then we get this. But do you think there is no bull market? So your target would hit if there is no bull market.
Well, that's the question I've been asking, bro. Right? Like I've talked about
Oh
it a number of
no.
times, which is this time different, right? Like is the bull market coming a little later than we're expecting it, right? Or it could was it coming a little earlier, right? So the thing that's had me mostly nervous, bro, is unless I'm wrong about this, and I'm happy to be wrong if someone can point me like to some facts that show where I'm wrong, but we've never had an accumulation like Bitcoin has been doing right at the all-time high for as long as we have in a prior cycle. So that's what's had me a little bit nervous, is like if we had just chopped around for a month up there, like, and then we would have been okay, keep sending it, like perfect. But like spending a whole year at the all-time high, it just feels like distribution to me, man. And if I'm wrong, I'm cool. You know, I'm not trying to be right. I'm just trying to understand like what side the market is on so I can try and get on that side, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't
I
know,
just
bro.
think
That's what has me a
I just
little
think
suspicious still.
yeah, I could just see it going with the river on the weekly, even just going sideways and then really just mid like sometime in 2025, maybe I curl it here. So you could see like a tightening. We can see it really tight here. We can see it really tight like this. And then when it gets tight like this, bro, is when the girth goes crazy. So we could
Yeah,
see
my
essentially
short
like
term is
that.
like, yeah, my short term is right where yours is, like 170 to 175. I think that's what I told you in
Okay.
that DM, right? I said like I think I see 170 is like the bottom of my short term channel. The 120 is more of like a high time frame. If this thing is not going to go higher, then I think 120, we do see 120. But if it's going to turn around, I agree. I think 170 to 175 is where it should bounce 100%.
And then it can bounce right here. Do you want to know why? So let me show you how this works. So when typically it breaks in,
Hmm.
breaks out. So this period right here where it broke in and it broke out, it hit the hard move. It does the same thing essentially here too. Broke in, it broke out. So we get
Got it.
essentially a hard move
So
back
it just
in
like
to
stair
the
steps.
next range.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I see this entire move. And that would make sense for it to be
I
sometime
guess
in November.
the test would be that like on this little bounce here, you would want to not go lower than the peak where that little
Right
sell is.
here.
Yeah, because that's where you'll change structure. Yeah, if you lose that,
For
you'll change
sure.
structure. Yeah.
So yeah, I do these structures in my head without. I didn't even know that, but I guess I do it all the time with advanced RSI,
Yeah,
brother.
with as much time as you're spending looking at the charts, bro, like our brains are seeing a
I
lot
was
of this
about to
stuff.
say I just put them automatically in my head
Yeah,
without
yeah.
even knowing that that was like a fucking structure. But yeah, you're right. The 190. This is a key area right here. We don't want to lose on a weekly time frame because it's staircasing right now.
Yeah, someone says
But
in
then
your
you look.
chat here 179 is the 618 on coin. Interesting. Okay.
Hmm,
Which means that 175-ish pullback is kind of like a golden pocket pullback, technically, right? It's that
yeah.
618 to 65-ish. Yeah.
Let's see if I'm buying these options right now. So CleanSpark, $16 call,
Ooh,
15 now, very high
I'm gonna go get a
quality.
quick little restroom break real quick, and then I'll be right
Yeah,
back, bro. Just gonna mute up.
sure. 31 3.1K in here, guys. He's dodging. He's scared. I'm about to get bullish on him. He said I gotta go. He's going on vacation, guys. I'm just kidding. But look at this real quick, gang. This print that Coin's doing. Look at candle on the 14th was mega. and then we got two of these kind of like sideways. If you look at what Bitcoin did, Bitcoin gave us the mega, gave us the red, it gave us the nice candle. So MicroStrategy, it gave us the red mega, and then this candle. If you look at the miners, it gave us the nice fucking mega red red. So coin is moving essentially like a miner right now. So same print, but I have high expectations. But next week with the structure, like he said, if we break down next week, we're fucked. So that's where I'm at with this shit. So I switch completely stances on a weekly time frame next week if they break some of my key structures. And I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm gonna continue to add. I'll post right now all the calls that I'm in. I'm not leaving you guys in the dust. Like I'm in it with you guys. Like you guys are in it with me essentially. So 1 second. But yeah, let's see real quick. I just don't think that this is gonna be the end of anything, in my opinion. So for coin, if we could see a coin recovery next week, should be able to. So because coin, like I said, I was trying to explain to him, when we break into these key level, coin broke into the key level, got rejected, broke into the key level, got rejected. You can almost bet that next week is going to be a nice week, at least back to right here minimum. So a 120 next week isn't asking for a lot, and it's probably what's going to happen based off of the structure that I see. um I'm not bearish by no means here. Sorry. So that's coin, MicroStrategy. This shit is way too overextended. This motherfucker is gonna come down at least to right there, and that's not even asking for much. So we'll see it there. So MicroStrategy is gonna absolutely cool the fuck off. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. So we'll see them right there. This is where I'm gonna buy a shit ton of options for MicroStrategy. So that's my range. Who wants to make a bet with me right now that it doesn't matter what Bitcoin does, MicroStrategy cools off from here? Because it's about to happen. Phew. Let's get it, gang. 1820 BTC dips are buying coin after all of this altcoin season hits could be heavy hit. Fuck yeah, bro. You're at least someone gets it. You get it, Robert. Once MicroStrategy cools off, people are gonna look to buy into miners and cool. Someone gets it. Someone gets it. At least I'm not the only one that gets it. Hold on. I'm just looking through the streams or the replies real quick, guys. Alrighty, let me go make a post real quick. Sorry, I just want to let everyone know we're absolutely cooking in this motherfucker. Hold on. All right. But yeah, man, I think, doesn't it make sense, guys? Look at my advanced RSI indicator. So if you look at coin in comparison to MicroStrategy, you can totally tell. Let's look at this period here from November to March, and let's see if they mimicked each other. From November to March, November to March. They both hit it. And then let's look at March to July. So MicroStrategy dipped leading into May and kind of went on a little uptrend. What did coin do? Coin March dipped. Actually, they're printing the same pattern. They're printing the same pattern, actually. Printing the same shit. The problem is this is way too overextended now. So, way too overextended. I'm just looking at structure real quick. I mean, the miners are just doing their own fucking thing here, so. Yep, I'm not getting bearish here, gang. I'm buying options for this shit. This is a short squeeze waiting to happen, and I'm not fucking going for it. I'm not falling for it. Let me buy some right now because I think, this is an appropriate area to put some conviction into the charts. Hold on, I'm going to invite Bitcoin mining guy in here too. I'm going to get him in here. One second. One second. Alrighty, just waiting for him to pop in. And then we'll get started. CleanSpark will move more steady since short ratio not that big. Absolutely, bro. People don't get this shit, bro. So this is a fire stream. We got 32.
Yo. What are you saying that I don't get, bro? What are you saying that I don't get?
What do you mean?
No, I'm just kidding. Because
I said you went on vacation because you were scared of all that bull talk. So your vacation's over. That was a quick one. At least it was a short one, bro. At least it was a short one. But we got 32 in here, guys. Smash the retweet button. We're gonna get some more people in here. I'm getting Bitcoin mining guy in here. I'm gonna see. Let me see if Gary wants to come in. Hold up. I'm gonna message Gary. We're gonna get this shit packed.
Is this the first episode of Send It to Zero?
No. You're funny.
It's a good day for Send It to Zero.
Right. Hold on, let me see. This is Send It to Zero stream coming at you live, baby. Hold on. Talking to Face right now too. I'll see if I get Face in here. Fuck it. I'm gonna get some big team.
Gotta have that coffee, man.
I'm gonna get Mike Alfred in here. I'm messaging all my big friends. This is gonna get lit. Hold up. We're about to get packed in this motherfucker. I'm gonna get my dude I Draw Lines, Mitch Retardo in here. Nah, he's funny though. Hold on. Let's see. Cred's on vacation. All right. Let's see if they want to come talk shop, baby. But guys, I think it's gonna be a good week. Like I said, let this shit fizzle out and pull up your CleanSpark chart, bro. I know we're talking a lot about CleanSpark, but it's because I got a lot of money in it. I'm gonna buy a lot more options in it, and I'm feeling bullish.
You sounded like Trump a little bit there. I got a lot of money.
A million.
I
got
a million.
A little bit at $1 million. $1 million. I love how he says that.
A lot of it. A lot.
1 million. $1 million.
That's hilarious. All right, let me pull this up. Where's the share screen stuff here? Yeah, this restream thing's pretty cool. I'd never used it before.
Yeah, it's dope, bro. And I always have. So we got 3,400. I'm really bad with numbers, guys. It's part of my dyslexia. I have a little bit of dyslexia. That's why my charts. Yeah, I have a little bit. So I pronounce.
That you're like dyslexic.
No, I have a little bit of dyslexia with like pronunciations. I had like a reading problem, but I was able to like understand it in my head. Like I can't pronounce words right, and numbers throw me off, and I really have to like think. Like even when I was a nurse and I'm starting an IV, like left and right, like
Mhm.
it's weird how my brain works, but charts speak to me English.
You're like the Rain Man, bro. You're like Rain Man. You
I
ever see
think
that movie?
so. I think so. But you know, I mean, I was because I was in advanced placement classes and
Mm.
honors, but
Yeah, me too.
they didn't want to put me in it because I was like, they thought I was stupid because I couldn't read. But then I
Mm.
tested high on everything, bro. So I made in eighth grade my mom because all my friends were doing like, you know, honors AP classes freshman year. I'm like, I want to
Yeah,
be with my friends. And they tested me, bro, and I blew it out the water. And they thought I
yeah.
was like illiterate.
Yeah,
I was like,
school's interesting, bro. I have kids and we homeschool, but it's for that same reason, bro.
nice.
Like
They
I,
yeah, they
it,
just talk bro, they thought I
they
was
want to they
stupid,
want to
like, in
cookie
middle
cutter everyone.
school.
You know, they want to cookie cutter
Yeah,
everyone. It's like this is the only way to learn, or this is the only way to explain. It's like no. Like there's lots of
bro,
ways, man.
exactly. I got a
Yeah.
34 on my ACT, bro. So
Mm,
I was cooking. I got straight A's, honors, AP classes, like, you know, and all of my life I thought I was stupid in middle school because they put me in like reading classes and like in middle school, elementary. So I was like, nah, I'm not stupid. And I'll never forget that. My mom supported me to do that.
yeah,
Love my mom, bro. She's the best.
parents are amazing, bro. Yeah. Yeah, like so high time frame. Hold on, I haven't drawn this one up in a little while. Let me see if I'm missing anything. Ooh, this is an interesting one.
Perry, I'm selling puts. I'm going on live when I sell my puts. I'm gonna make so much money selling puts with the gangs. I'm
Yep.
loading up max put on all time high. Don't even fucking worry about that, bro. I will tell you because when the miners hit an all time high, I immediately the last high they hit this year. That's my first level to watch, and then I monitor on the 4 hour and the daily chart to make sure that I don't see any loss of steam. Whenever we break that all time high as we go from there, I see steam loss max puts on that bitch to the way down. So I got us. We're gonna print puts. What were you saying? Puts.
No, I'm just marking the chart up. I hadn't really put a whole lot on here. I think one time me and you went through it, but I'm just making sure everything is still up to date here. All right, take that off. Yeah, this one doesn't have a whole lot of data. When does it go back to? 2015. I mean, I guess it does, but
Someone said Hood took away my sell button on what?
they do that, don't they? Wasn't it Robinhood that was
Whoa, so
during
that
the whole
means that's
DME
good.
thing or whatever,
Yes, yes, that's
right?
good that they did that. I'm
Where does it
cold.
say
Put a
that?
sweater on. Fucking house is freezing. God damn it.
All right, so there's some zones. There's probably I might split this big zone up into two,
Come on,
maybe.
guys. We almost got 35 in here. Smash the retweet button, bro, because I don't mind. I got shit to do. I don't got no fucking job. It's always Friday. I don't smoke no weed no more. We just cooking. Let's get it.
I don't like the lower side of that channel though. Let's go with that for now.
I'm funny. I'm looking on my phone trading view and my fucking computer and my laptop. Oh man.
Yeah, like check it out. I think this is where I'd probably look at for like a weekly channel, which you're getting close to it. I'd say, well, let's zoom in a little bit. We'll mark it up once we're zoomed in here. So I'd say I'm looking for a move. Probably just, I think it's just retesting the lows that they put in, bro. It's like, what was the other one we were looking at? Coin going down to test like the lows. I'm kind of
Like,
seeing this
yeah.
here. Like that, there's your absolute low that you want to stay above to maintain bullish structure, right? Um, could it come back down here? It aligns with this channel that I am seeing on here, right? So you could be getting a move. I'd say if you're looking to buy into this down here near $8, anything under 8 is probably a good entry, and then you'd be looking to get it back up at least to this resistance here at like 13. But if it's going to move to the top of the channel, is it's way up here, 50 $60. So
Yeah,
it's got room to go.
exactly.
But yeah, I'd be looking here in the green to, if you're looking to get in, this is where you want to pick it up. You do have this level here, but I don't know how.
Man, I don't see
I
that
don't know how
hitting,
much.
bro. I mean, just
Nah, it's kind of
because
low.
like it's gotta hit like now, and the best
Yeah,
time for it to hit would be pre-election. So sure, election is on like 4 days though, like 5 days. So if this shit wants a downtrend to there,
yeah.
then the
I'd probably
structure is
just be
broken
watching here
on the
short term. Yeah, I'd be watching here short term. I mean, it
Yeah.
is looking ugly, like no doubt. Like this is a M pattern right here in a resistance zone. Like, could it retrace all the way here? I guess it could. You got good volume here at like 917 though, so you might start seeing a bounce here if it keeps going low. But I'd say as long as it's staying above 803 right here, I think you're good to start picking up some positions around here in the green is where I'd be looking to fix.
I found her. We got the biggest bear in here. Remember, you want to have both sides. You want to have bear views. You want to have bull views. So he'll go over his targets for CleanSpark, and then we can compare mine, and you guys
Whoa,
choose
and then
what you want.
just to clarify, I'm not like trying to predict where it's going. I'm just really looking at what are zones that price could move to just based on like structure and high time frame. It doesn't have to
Leave the
go
predicting
there.
to me, baby.
Yeah,
Leave the predicting to me.
you
Let's
do the
get it.
predicting, bro. You do the predicting.
Let me see what
I'm
I
just
see.
looking at where could it go and what makes sense from structure.
He's not lying. It could go there if we weren't in a fucking bull run, but we are, baby.
Well, see, that's the part I leave out though, because that, like, if you were just looking at this chart and you didn't know, you weren't taking into account seasonality, you weren't taking into account like even what this really is. If you just had a chart of information and you had to find a pattern inside of just this data, like if I handed you a this blank chart and I didn't tell you what it was, I didn't tell you what it's supposed to be doing based on seasonality or nothing, and I just told you find me where the support and the resistance is at. Find me where you're likely to bounce and find me where you're likely to reject. That's how I do all my TA, man. I try not to put in the fundamental side of it. And I know that that can be a huge handicap because I'm leaving out some stuff that might be relevant. But my personal style, and this is just me, my personal style, I've just found that when I just look at just the data, when I just look at just the TA, only what's on the chart, it's helped me be a more consistent trader. It doesn't have to help anyone else. It's what I found for me, for like my retarded ass, like this is just what works for me, man.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. And that's what I love about TA, Love this shit. Hold on. I'm getting more options ready because I'm about to go ham. This is where I execute, especially with my high conviction fucking
Perry's
trades.
saying, can I show my indicators? The only thing I'm using on here is mainly this the visible range, which is the VRVP. This one up here. This is like my go-to. If I only had to pick one indicator, it'd be this. It'd be the VRVP. These are my settings. I like to do 700 on the row size. I do 100 for the volume area. I don't do like the volume area or value area high, value area low. I put 100. And then I color it all to white. I just like it white. Like the default setting has like, I think some of it is yellow, some of it is blue. I just like it all white or gray. And I think I've got it like at 20% or something. So I just turn it down. And then the box, you can adjust the box here. Like if it's not enough to give you data, you could turn it up. If it's too much, like it's getting in your way, you could turn it down. I usually have it like 30, 35. But that's the main one I use. And then I'm looking at, I also have the vector candles on as well, which all it does is it colors the candles for volume. So you can kind of see it if I zoom in here. So instead of just like the standard red and green candles, this vector candle indicator, this one right here, the TRVCZ, what it does is it colors the candles so you can see which ones are high volume versus low volume candles. So like a solid red candle, for example, means it has over 200% of the volume of the prior 10 candles. So it tells you it's an important candle you should probably pay attention to. This green candle here, solid green, is the same thing. So solid green, solid red are greater than 200% volume of the prior 10. Blue and violet, like this one here, this violet one, or this blue one, those are greater than 150% of the prior 10. And then just the gray, the ones that have just like the gray body inside, like these right here, just like they look kind of just like boring dull candles. Those are just standard volume. So it just means nothing really relevant is happening in those. So I use this to just kind of allow me to quickly see without having to pull up the buy sell volume down here. So you could have seen, if you're looking at your standard volume indicator, you say like, oh, that's a lot of red sell volume on this candle. The vector candle already told me that there was a lot of volume up here without having to pull it up. So, but you always got to like look for confluence and stuff. And I think this is more me just being stubborn and not letting go of it. But I used to trade a lot with RSI and MACD. I really don't use them these days. I'm really just volume trading. So I'll use buy sell volume and I'll use the visible volume. But I just it's one of those things that's just kind of hard to let go. Like I like feeling that it's there, even though I don't really use it.
Nice. I'm gonna grab the chart, but yeah, everyone give bits a follow. So like I said, it's always good to have two sides to everything. So let's look at. I know we've been talking about CleanSpark for a minute, but we'll switch over and I'll look over some other miners and shit right now. But let's see. From a structure standpoint, his target's not like wrong, but that 8.50 range would take us right back to this October, these lows over here, which would be kind of crazy in my eyes. But we have my bands already curling to the upside. Like I can see maybe like, this gap hasn't gotten filled here. So let me see real quick. Like worst case, I want to talk about gaps.
I mean, if I put a channel on this, like on a 4-hour, there's probably a smaller structure. Hold on, I might just be missing it. Let me take off this arrow
Because
here.
there is this gap that it didn't fill, but hitting this gap
Yeah,
here would be
right
a
here, right?
very far
Yeah,
stretch. I mean,
like around
but that's
970 is where you're looking at, right? Right here.
yeah, because that actually is the bottom of my bands here too.
Yeah, it could be
Funny
doing a
enough,
retest there. It could be doing a retest
could be
there.
doing it could be doing actually a retest there actually. So let me see. That's why it's good to get other people views. But if this daily, like for example, if we've somehow, by God's grace, get a daily close above $11, then I would feel confident that we don't revisit that lower level because instead we would get the close above my middle of the bands. And for that to happen, it would be a strong indicator for me that instead we'll probably bounce. So for today, if God's plan is to bless us with $11 close, I'll feel comfortable with us not hitting the gap. So keep an eye out for that. Gap is in play if we can't get that $11 daily close. And typically, this is our first time getting this deep in this buy zone, and these buy zones hold up pretty good. So I would say this dip is done. And I bet you on my advance or done for the day, I bet you it's tapped out on advance RSI for sure. Let's see. Oh yeah, way too tapped out. So look at every time we overextend, it's like a magnet gets on this.
Mm,
So yeah, we get the sell signal, but this sell signal has been telling us all day. It told me right here. It's just
right.
saying that this was the sell. And I'm going to bet bits that at 11 or at 12, we're going to see some type of move up. So I'm going to buy options
Pull
here in the
back up
short
a little bit.
term.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm going to see a short move. So on the 4-hour time frame is absolutely tapped out on advance. So this is over. This means oversold as a motherfucker. So completely. And I bet you on the 1-hour it looks even crazier. On the 1-hour time, oh yeah, it's already see. And when I see this, it's already telling me it's curling. And not only are we getting girth increase, but we're getting expansion to both sides, which means that typically a really good sign. So it was tight. And this actually, guys, probably bottom. I'm buying options here. I'm going to add. So I think
Yeah, you
bottom's
should.
in for the day. Give
I
me
think
one
you could
second.
get
Give me one
a.
second.
I think you could get a pushback up. Yeah.
A relief run right here.
Yeah.
Hold on, I
Yeah.
gotta buy them. So one sec.
Even up to
So
like
I'm gonna trade them today.
12 and a half-ish maybe, and it's
Yep.
still, yeah. But I
Hold on
would
one
be
sec.
cautious though, because this little move down did break the prior. I'm on a 1-hour now, but it did bring the prior swing low that was at 1106, right? So we're below that. Yeah, I mean, you might be good to move back up to like 1230 to maybe even 1250, 1260 if it doesn't
Yeah.
keep falling from here. Yeah.
Hold on. I'm trading these motherfuckers right now.
Nah, take your
Come to
time.
daddy. Hold on. Come to daddy. I'm gonna trade just $13 CleanSparks 11.15, but I'm gonna sell these today. I want to hit a little profit. 0.6. I'm gonna fill in at. Just gonna do a small little $1,500 trade. I don't feel like posting this, but hold on. Why can't it? Trying to show on. Why isn't it showing? Hold on one sec. Okay.
What's a better buy here? Iran, Mara, or CleanSpark? I'll look at
I think
those.
CleanSpark due to the suppression of price action.
Yeah, you know these a lot better than me. I mean, I'll look at the chart, but I don't
Yeah,
know like all the fundamental stuff, or I don't know like I haven't been keeping up with them like you guys do. So
yeah, and it's really undervalued. Hold on one sec. Sorry.
yeah, nah, you're good, bro. Let's see here.
Dope. But yeah, guys, we almost got we got 36. We got 3,600 people in here. Let's keep it
Fun.
going. Hmm. Good stream, man. And let's smash the retweet button, guys. Let's drop
Look at
some
them, bro.
comments. Let us know how you're liking this shit and
They're all
why
doing
is
the
this
same kind of
undervalued.
move though, right? Like they
Yeah,
all have a
absolutely.
gap. They're all
So
moving
so then you have
down.
to realize the fundamental aspect. They
Yeah,
just
this
acquired
is the
grid.
part that I suck at, right? Which
So
is knowing like what's the
CleanSpark,
value.
you're in the alpha group, so you can see the conversations. But they just acquired today. CleanSpark acquires grid. 155 million deal already added 500 megawatts of Bitcoin capacity, and they intend to build over 400 megawatts in the coming
Mm.
years. That's fucking bullish for CleanSpark, guys. Fucking bullish. They're the best operators. They're the best traditional play. They have no need to transition to HPC AI plays. They have no need because they're going to crush it and they're going to be the new kings of the fucking industry here in the coming years. So for them to be trading this far off of Mara is embarrassment to the entire community, and to be trading this close to Riot is even more embarrassing. So it's ridiculously undervalued, and they need to snap back. We had some bullish news here, so let's get it, gang. I'm fucking bullish as a motherfucker. Hold on. But I think this is already it. I think this red candle
Golly, why is this
should hold up. I think, a bounce is imminent at this point. So what? One more minute, and then let's see. I'd like to see this be a recovery, and the ribbons are still green, gang. So on the 4-hour time frame, we are still very much bullish with my ribbons. I mean, this when they go into this curve here, you could see what happens. Short squeeze. This is how I identify some type of move to the upside on the following candle when they start to curl. So this gave us a huge two prints. This print was thick enough already for it to just hit a little recovery. This is where it wants to bounce right here when we enter this tight of ribbons. And then let's see what it's doing. Yep, it's already showing me that it wants to come in at least to retest 1141. So I'll sell the options at 1141 today. Like I said, I'd look to just option trade this position. MACD already decreased, showing me that the biggest bar
Mhm.
was already in play, and it's actually eating it up pretty quickly. So this
Yep.
is actually showing me a lot of positivity. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame. Already built the base on my bands. The ribbons are still tight and they're not fanned out red. So a move on this hour will fan them out, or this is it right here on a 1 hour time frame. Let's look at that, and we are actually already turning and coming back to the bottom of the river. Like I said, it's a magnet, so we should at least see I would say even like $11, 11.40, and that's being very short with my targets there. So MACD on the hour has been getting smaller. So I want to see a big decrease, and then my whale indicator, we bottomed. So there's no whale activity. Whenever there's zero, they come back. We have a lot of
Mm.
retail. This is where we start to see the bounce, because my indicators are rock bottom, and we for sure are about to see some type of bounce. Let me see the 15-minute time
Yeah,
frame.
this move is definitely extended right now. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a tiny ass little fucking cell wall here. It should take this shit out easily.
Yeah,
So
I don't think it'll go.
190 to $11, and then on the 15-minute time frame, it's basically tapped out. We want to enter like these quick short trades on the 15-minute time frame when we have like this 83%. Oh, that's nasty, and then no whales. So this is where the whales actually step in, and then from this point on, we definitely see some type of tiny at least move recovery in a little time frame. So we should see some type of whale activity. We're seeing the decrease in green already. We're seeing we want to see the decrease in green.
Mm.
And I'm gonna bet we do. But the bounce is right here. This was look at on a 15-minute time frame. You can see it a little bit cleaner. The ribbons were, tight here, and they dropped. We don't get two drops necessarily all the time on this time frame. This was an overextended drop actually on a 15-minute time frame, and they fanned out appropriately enough. And typically what we like to see in this time frame is, as the day goes on, this is where it recovers, and then I'm assuming we're going to have a decent strong finish to the day based off of predictability and my indicators. So this would be a blue ribbon formation right here with this shit right here. So the ribbons with the recovery here would turn blue. So this is what I'm imagining, and this is how I operate when I trade bits. I know it's crazy, but I draw
Yeah, no,
pictures like
no,
this all the time.
it makes sense. Yeah, you're like trying to project out a little bit in the future. Yeah.
Yeah, this is how I do it, man. And then from here, and that makes sense. Around 2 o'clock, it should just hopefully give us some type of recovery. But let's see if that plays out. But CleanSpark, um, like I said, it was a crazy day, gang. Crazy day. So
Today's a
let's see
monthly
what it
close
wants to do.
too, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Today is a monthly close. So let's hope for the snap back. I don't want it to eat up this. It's getting close to eating up this fucking thing on the daily. I don't want to see it eat it up, man. So where is it at? Daily, I want to see this shit hold up. So it's right there, man. It's right there. I
Bottom
don't
right.
want that. Yeah, I don't want that. But then they're deeper on the 4 hour, so it's okay if it eats it up there because the 4 hour says 1150, and 1150 or 1050. That makes sense, but I think it makes more sense for it to have some type of recovery before it just continues to dump.
Your indicator automatically draws like those green and red zones, or you draw those in.
This is Lux Algo Order Block Detector.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So it's
It's
doing an
yeah,
auto. Yep.
yeah.
I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an auto, and then they show up differently per different time frames and shit. But it makes
Yeah.
sense for it
Based
to
on
bounce here,
rectangle.
gang.
Yeah.
Let me
When
see
you
real
get the
quick.
big
Hold up.
single prints. Yeah.
Let's see. I know people probably think I'm crazy, but I got conviction when I trade at least, right, Bits? You too. At
I
least that's
mean,
one thing about
I,
us.
I think that's all it comes down to is, man, is you just got to believe your own system enough to stick to it. You know what I mean? Even if
Yeah.
you're wrong sometimes, like it's okay. Like in my opinion, it's okay if your trade fails as long as it's stuck to your plan or to your system. To me, like the only failure is when I abandon the playbook, like when I do something that I'm not supposed to be
Yeah.
doing. Like that to me is a failure.
Exactly.
That's a
So, hey,
deviation.
Daniel, 100%. And I have rules. I have eight trading rules that I follow, and I stick to them. Like Warren Buffett
Yeah, I
has his
noticed you do.
rules of investing, and I have rules of trading. But you said, hey, Daniel, would wait for volume to show up for a bounce on low time frame? Nah. I like I said, I'm about predictability, and I like to get in based off of my critical thinking. So I'm going to enter when there's no volume on the shorter time frames because I would anticipate the volume to show up based off of me already knowing that this happens all the time with my indicators. So that's how I operate and roll when I come to trading on a shorter time frame. So a little different than most. Like what you described is how Bits trades with
Yeah.
confirmation,
Yeah.
that he
Yeah.
wants the confirmation where I don't need the confirmation because I'm a critical thinker. I'm going to go based off of what
Whoa,
I
whoa, whoa there, buddy. What are you saying? I can't critically think. What are you trying to say here, man? Just because we got
right.
3,600 people, you're trying to throw me under the bus, man.
No, 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 no. I'm just talking shit. Hold on. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
No,
Okay.
no,
What
look,
other?
dude, I respect a lot the way you trade because it works. Like obviously it works, bro. It's brought you massive success, and like one thing that I think you and I both do is we just put our stuff out there, like whether we're right or we're wrong, we put it out
100%.
there.
No vacations. No
Yeah, bro.
vacations.
Yeah, just
Because we're
here's
not
the truth.
perfect. No one's perfect.
Nah,
But
no one is. If anything, be careful of any traders or any analysts that say that they never fail and they never lose. Like those guys are LARPing, man. That's a lie.
yeah,
Every
100%.
trader loses. Every trader loses. It's part of the game,
Yep.
man.
Yep. It's about what losses or what wins make up those losses.
100%.
So like just because I lose, if I lose and I lose really bad, I'm not a revenge trader. I'll actually take a break for a day. That's one
Yeah.
of my rules. If I
Get
have
your
a
head right.
big loss, I refuse to enter another trade. Depending on the severity, if it was a day trade, I'll take the day off. But if it's like a long term investment and I lose that, that's a little different because then I have
Right.
to reevaluate why I entered that trade. Like for
Mm,
example, I have like shit in my stock portfolio that I'm pretty like my stock portfolios honestly bits of wealth look fantastic. Like I
right.
haven't really Matterport was going to be one of my biggest L's. And I was so pissed because I had like 70,000 of it and then they got bought out randomly. So I was already contemplating like, where did I fuck up with this AI
Right.
company? And like, I thought this was a great move and it played out. But if that didn't play out, I would have went back to my research,
Yeah. Yeah.
what led me to believe, and like really sat down and like pinpointed where I fucked up and like what
Yeah.
signs I missed, and don't miss those signs again.
Yeah. 100%. I love that, man.
But let's talk about Cipher. We got 3,800 people in here, guys. Come on. Let's cook it up. I want 4,000 in here. Everyone smash the retweet button. Come on. We're gonna talk Cipher. Drop comments how you're liking the drop comments in the main section. follow bits and show some love because we're going over in depth, I think, conversations that a lot of people don't really do. But so weekly time frame structure. Let's look at the monthly real quick on Cipher. This monthly looks great. You know, this shit looks fantastic to me. This is a beautiful recovery here, and Cipher is doing what already a lot of miners I think would do in November. Cipher always runs before the miner gang does, and it's giving us already a beautiful monthly. And we started off at 347, and last month we hit the low at 266. If you were in my live stream, this is when we were loading up. So I was buying options here, and I was giving out the sauce because I knew this motherfucker. I like to say I know in 100%, but I'm from Chicago. That's what we say. I don't even know sometimes, and I say I know. So just please take that with a grain of salt. I'm from Chicago. But I was telling everyone, bro, this bottom looked great here. And sure enough, this was a great buy for options. I'm already up. And then look at this, guys. It's about to get brazy. So the problem with this SPY signal, do you notice how it never really took off bits with the buys, with the buy signal on the monthly?
Yeah.
Bitfury was a hedgy. It kept selling the tops. They were selling massive shares, so they refused to let this run.
Yeah, they were
Bitfury is yeah, they're done selling it. So this is the first time we get a buy signal, and Bitfury's not part of it. So I'm curious to see where this goes because on a
Dude,
monthly time,
these miners then like some of the stuff it does act a little bit like meme coins, huh? Like where like they suppress them and then when they move hard and they move fast. Lot of gains, but a lot of, I mean, I guess you could also say it's probably like a relative risk, maybe higher risk depending on where you're entering and stuff. But no, I like
yeah.
them. I need to get more up to speed.
They're easy to trade, and you're in the alpha group now, so you can see that's
Yeah,
all they talk about. Fundamental research. You don't really have to do much. You can just ask any question
just
in there, and
follow
they'll
it.
answer it.
Yeah.
Yeah, or just read. But the weekly or the monthly looks great. I mean, look at this. Everything is saying this is set up for an insane November. This is not cooling off. I mean, everyone talking why is Cipher lagging, this and that. Look at whales are into once we get 55% on a
What were
monthly,
those
you can
what were those bars you were just showing right there? Like those right there.
advance MACD.
Got it. Oh, okay,
So
okay. That's your MACD. Okay.
so yeah, it gives me like others like signals. Like blue
Yeah.
bar means buy on dip that you can almost guarantee that it's going to get aggressive, and it did. So it told you to buy on the dip on the monthly, and it's cleaner on the weekly. I like to look at it on the
Got
weekly.
it.
So this
The
is a
only thing is
top.
it does look like it's losing a little bit of steam because even your bars are getting shorter and then
They
your bars
flip
are
quick, so I got to
down.
change the
Yeah.
settings. So one thing I never talk about is that there's so many settings in here that right now I have it set up for short time frames. When I extend it, I'll show you what I mean. This
Dude,
changes,
that's
but
actually like a great talking point because a lot of people think that you can just like set up these indicators and like on default they're
yeah,
ready
you
to go.
can't.
But
You can't. You
yeah,
have to
you got to
even
tune them to
regular
your
MACD,
strategy.
even
Yeah,
regular
you got to
MACD,
tune
you
it.
should tune up.
Yeah,
But yeah, right now it's standard to like shorter daily time frames,
got
so
it.
it's off actually a little bit on like the bigger time frames. But
So,
that's the
are you
first time
like
I
a day trader? Like, is that what you consider yourself as like a day trader, or like because you're a long term
uh
investor for sure, but you're like when you're trading, are you looking to day trade? Are you swing trading? I don't think you
I'm
scalp
in.
very much, do you? Or you do like option scalping a little bit, right? But
Yeah. Like today I'm option scalping, and I consider myself, like I just do it all, honestly, bro,
yeah,
because I'm in
okay.
constantly in like different positions. Like
You're just adapting to like what the market's
I look
doing.
at, yeah, and based off the chart, I'll set up like what my best opportunity is
Got
for
it.
that asset. So sometimes I'll enter like right now, I'm in for miners, I'm in long-term trades, I'm in long-term investments, I'm in short dated contracts, I'm in a day trade right now. So I honestly do it all, bro. And I know people are like, whoa, but like I handle it pretty great, I think. But I'm constantly in and out of these markets like
Yeah.
no one's business. But look at this real quick. This is what excites me for next week. Remember what I told you? When it breaks out, gets rejected, it typically follows through with the
Pump again.
following
Yeah, I gotcha.
week type of breakout, man. Every time, man. Every
Look
time.
at Cipher.
So
Let me pull that
especially with the what's up?
No, I said let me pull that one up. I haven't looked at that one,
Yeah,
Cipher.
look at Cipher. They just went. They had earnings, and Tyler, I'm gonna have on the live stream, guys. It looks like it's probably gonna be like November 7th. I'm not sure on the time, so I'll get back to you guys. But right now, I do have Asher locked in, Hut CEO, and we're gonna deep dive into Anthony Pompano being their sponsor. We're gonna dive into their energy side. We're gonna dive into a lot of shit. with Asher, and I'm gonna get unique with my questions, and it's gonna be fun because the beginning of the stream is gonna be me covering the chart for 30 minutes. We're gonna pack the room, and then the boss mans are gonna come in, and we're not gonna discuss price action and charts, and we're gonna get really fundamental and really deep with what's going on with the company. I'm not gonna ask generic questions like I'm complex with my shit, and I'm gonna take these guys down a fun ride for a live interview. So they're hyped. I'm hyped. It's gonna be dope. Definitely one of a kind type of interview experience that I'm doing with them.
That's awesome, dude.
But yeah, man, I'm hyped. But this weekly time frame structure looks beautiful, man. I mean, yeah, we got a decrease in whales on the weekly, but all I need is 75% to be secure. So if this week even closes at this, I'm fine with it, man. The weekly time frame is, look at that. We had nonstop green candles. If this is a cool off candle, let it cool off because it's still on a clear structural uptrend. And just based off of there's key like right here. I like to look at the touches essentially like right here. We have a touch, touch, touch. I'm going to put it right there. So that's right in the middle. We have a lot of touches here, here, here. So this is a key. Look at this. I could put lines, bro, just based off of looking. And I know that this is going to be like a random support zone. So we really want to just see this close above like this range. And you can tell it's currently fighting there on a weekly time frame. So that's the weekly touch right there. You can see Cipher on the daily, just so much strength, unlike the rest of the miners. I mean, this guy still has 57% whales. Yeah, retail showing up, and we keep getting the overbought signal line. So one thing I'm looking for, bro, this is where the indicator is actually set up for this. So if you look at my advanced MACD, we're getting small, right?
Yep.
Put it as small as we can today, please, because that's when this happens. Random short squeeze. You can see when it gets small with the overbought, I expect a big increase, and it's because my MACD is quick.
It could flip red though too, right?
Yeah, signals red, especially with this, but it's either going to be flipped to red, and my MACD, I give it.
Usually, you would have seen like the signal flip earlier, or does it lag? Your signal switches before the histogram does or after on that?
Before.
Okay.
Yeah, the signal will switch before the histogram. So, like for example, signal's telling me be careful, and then it's telling me it's overbought. It's overbought, and then if it gets this right here, it can go from overbought to oversold, or it goes from overbought, and then this means that they're buying it. The plus. You can see this is what I'm anticipating. I'm anticipating this
thing, right? The little.
Yep. This is no. This isn't a buy on the dip. This means that the buyers just came up and they skipped the dip. They pushed it up.
Got it.
BOD's buy on the dip. Blue bar means buy on the dip, and a blue bar with a star means that that's a top to be careful. You want to make sure that it doesn't flip back to red. It says be careful here. You can see it says be careful. It can be careful to both sides that there's an aggressive move coming when we get this blue buy on the dip, especially with a star. If it's just a blue buy on the dip, that just means that it's most likely like gonna dip again. But this means be cautious. A hard move's coming. So
got it. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm expecting that shit right there though. Watch, because I like these to get really small and then boom.
Yep.
You can see that it always typically correlates to a hard move, obviously down, or I want to see when it last did it. But I'm expecting like this shit right here. Like it went up, and then down, and then bam. Give me that. So I am expecting it, and we'll see if we get that. But the daily chart right here still looks great, man. It bounced right above where the buys are. It doesn't look like it even wants to go touch it. Still looks pretty decent. Kind of like it's just gonna form like another base right here. Like look, like it just ran, came down, maybe it goes sideways, and then we're gonna start the move again on the daily, in my opinion. And then if you look at my Mac or advanced MACD, still above the middle of the river. So a close above here would solidify a lot of strength for me in this chart and really just confirm that it wants to bounce like this. So it's okay if we keep going down. I just wanted to close above this 478. So
yeah,
bullish till then.
I'm looking at it on
Here, let me give you.
I'm on the daily, and yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. If it holds here, it'd be nice, it'd come back up and it push back up. But what I would be worried about is, there is like a big clean channel that you can draw on this, and we were rejecting off of this like little rejection resistance zone, right? Where you had all the prior rejections. They're all kind of in this zone. If you look at it, right? It's kind of where you're rejecting again. And the bottom of this channel and your support zone where you've kind of been bought up, like it buys all of this up, right? It supports it. It is down here still, but you've got a huge volume node here. I'd be interested to see how it engages with that, which starts kind of showing up at like 420. Yeah, like around 420 or so, you start to kind of see that volume node show up. But this is like super high time frame. You know, obviously in the short time frame, it could reclaim and continue up higher because it only got to the middle of the channel. It didn't do like back here where it went to the top of the channel. So if it keeps going, you know, top of the channel still gives you plenty of room up to move. But if you're getting a rejection off the median here and it wants to come back down, you do have room to move down. But if you zoomed in, I mean, a lot of stuff would have to, oh, hold on, let me get rid of all these drawings first. A lot of stuff would have to change and happen for it to start moving down. I hate when my brush gets
Look at the recovery. Look at, I see the bounce happening right now. I'm just looking.
What time frame are you on? Yeah, okay. So on the
I'm
2
looking at the
hours,
4, even the 4 and the 1 hour. They definitely want to bounce here, and the daily protected already that buy zone. So we definitely get a bounce right here. So
yeah, look,
predicted
look,
with the
there's even
bounce right
look at my chart. There's even like a smaller channel here that I have on a 2 hour. It rejected off the top of the channel in the resistance, but your bottom of your channel is not that far down. So you could definitely,
Nope.
and you have a gap in the volume profile too, which means that as long as the volume starts to taper, like it's not getting a lot of momentum, this should hold here. You could draw like kind of like a little zone in here and say, hey, this is, yeah, look, it even aligns with this stuff, right? It aligns with you had a structure here. You had some resistance that you then flipped into support. So coming here, you're basically just retesting this prior confirmation of support here. So if it's going to bounce, it could definitely bounce there. If you lost this structure here, then that's a totally different thing. Then you're like, all right, what changed, or why would we go lower? You know. But then you'd be moving to the green maybe, you know. But right now, you're basically just confirming that this is structure here. Like I always like to one of the guys that mentors me, he says that like you got to be part visionary, like which is what you're talking about, right? You got to be part visionary, but you also need to be part storyteller.
Realistic.
Well, part
Realistic
storyteller is what he says.
storyteller.
Yeah, because he's like, look, people bought this up, you know, buyers showed up. You got to ask yourself, like, if buyers don't show up here, then what changed? Why would they not show up when clearly this was a value back here? This is a value here. It should still be a value if they still believe in it, right? So when the story changes, when it's like, hey, this is no longer a good deal. Well, what changed? What drove people to think this is no longer a good
And
deal?
that's a smart guy. See, and I'm realistic too. As soon as it breaks key structures on the
Yeah.
higher time frames, I flip. I'm absolutely going to be,
Mhm.
like, all right, this is a bad trade. I fucked
Yeah.
up. But for me, I see a lot of positivity on my weekly chart still. So until I break those key structures for
Yep.
me on the miners on the
Yep.
weekly chart,
It's
then all
confirmation.
my
Yeah.
short-term trades are gone. Done. I'm gonna
I,
let
I
everyone
feel
know I
like
fucked up.
you're a little more predictive. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't want to speak for you, but I feel like
You're okay.
from what I've known I think you're a little more willing to take on like the risk for an
I'm high
upside move.
risk. I'm very
Yeah,
high risk.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I am
But
willing
you're
to, because
very
I used to be a
conservative too,
gambler.
and like,
I'm conservative, and I have patience now because I've
mm,
made a lot of mistakes. But I'm a gambler by
yeah,
nature.
yeah.
My dad is, and I talk about like not knowing my dad and shit, but I actually knew that motherfucker for a little bit. We were cool for like
Oh, I didn't
6
know. I
years.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know anything about your story.
Yeah, I always tell everyone I grew up without a dad, but I did grow up without a dad, and I became cool with him when I was like 20 to like
Mm,
26 or 27. Like I was cool with him for a little bit, but he was just a
yeah,
bad influence, so I cut him out of my life again.
mm,
So, yeah. But he's a semi-professional gambler.
mm,
Um, he got me into gambling, and shit. So it's just he's not a good influence. But I like to gamble by nature. He obviously does, and makes good money.
right.
But I gamble sometimes. You can call it. I don't consider TA gambling. It's educated guessing when I enter
Correct.
those high risk, high
Yep. Well,
trade like
because
situations.
you're managing your risk
Yeah.
though, right? So it's
And
like,
and I'm not gambling like my net worth. I'm gambling like,
right,
okay, I used to go to the casino and drop like 5,000 every weekend and like
right.
win or lose, like, I'm taking it. Now I'll do like, like I'll do a few thousand, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty good with it, but I don't consider like trades gambling when I have high conviction with it. But look at that.
I think
We
it scratches like the same itch though, right? But you're doing it like
it
in
does.
in
It
a
does. It absolutely does.
more responsible way, right? Yeah.
It
Because
absolutely does.
when you win, you still get that like super euphoric like
Mhm.
rush. You're still like, fuck yes, like I knew it, I nailed it. And
Mhm.
when you lose, it still gives you kind of like that same feeling like when you lose a bet,
Yep.
but
Fuck
you
yeah.
managed your risk though, and you can study and you can go back and see,
You
okay,
you know
how
I'm
do I
you
do
know I'm
better?
a
You know?
exactly. You know I'm a gambler when I was ready to gamble 58K with credit, and I would for this tattoo. Look, I got my wife's name tatted on me.
Oh, nice. That's what you were
Yeah,
doing yesterday or the day
yeah.
before, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'll send you. Hold on. Let me send you
Mm.
the actual because I couldn't post it because it's her fucking
Yeah.
name, and I'm not gonna share my wife's
Yeah.
fucking name with everyone. But looks pretty fire, bits. Looks pretty fire.
Nah, that's
Look
awesome,
at this.
man.
Hold on.
How long you and your girl been together?
We going on 8 years.
Dude, that's awesome, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
congrats
she's
on
the
that.
love of my life.
Dude, that's amazing, man. Dude,
Obviously, so
that's one of the best things. Like, you can chase a lot of things, man, but finding a life partner, dude, like, is
yeah.
just,
And
you know
look
what I
at
mean?
me. I'm 29 years old. I'm married. I've always
Yeah.
had a lot of money, had a lot of fun and shit. And my wife really motivated me to be the
Yeah.
best version of myself. If not for her, I
Yeah.
don't think I would have been a nurse. I don't think I'd be a nurse
Mm.
practitioner. I don't think I would have been driven because I used to party a
Wow.
lot in clubs and she was going to leave me like, all right, I'm done with the club life. Like,
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
focus on us and shit. And then, I went to,
yeah.
I was struggling in nursing school because I might have not even passed nursing school, bro. I failed the first core
Mm.
class in nursing and she sat me down because I was partying a lot. And she's like, you need to fucking get it together or I'm
Dude,
gonna leave you. And I'm
yeah,
like,
that
whoa, because if I failed one
you
more
keep
class,
that
I would have been
one,
kicked
bro.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
do
So
whatever
she
you
said,
gotta do to not piss that woman off,
oh
bro. You
yeah, yeah,
keep that
facts.
woman, man.
No, I know. And I get a lot of shit on X by people, weirdos. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, you're always posting your wife. My wife is sexy. My wife, if I want to flaunt my wife and she's okay with it, I obviously
Yeah.
will. Like, I
Yeah, yeah.
love my wife, my life. But look at that. I sent it to you. Pretty dope tattoo, right? Oh, now I
Oh my
trust
god.
you though. Now you see her name. Don't announce it, but
Yeah,
it's
no, of
hard to
course not,
read.
bro. Yeah, of
But
course
yeah,
not.
yeah, it's cool placement, right?
Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Even the way
Yeah.
even like the calligraphy and how they did it, like, is really
Mm-hmm.
cool. Yeah, yeah.
Hell yeah, I found hell yeah.
Is that
So
her actual signature? Is that what they did? Like they
no, 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 no.
Oh,
That's
okay, okay,
the
okay.
tattoo artist did
Got it,
this
got it. Yeah, that looks
hand
dope though.
redraw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get 8 trades on me next. I don't know
Why are you
where, but
sending me your
guys,
cheapies, bro? You're sending me your
I
cheapies
know I'm
over
fucking packs, baby.
there.
Guys, we almost got 4,000 people in here. Come on, let's get it. Everyone, drop a comment so we get it packed in here. Tag it in Mining Mafia. Let Mining Mafia know that we're cooking the miners and we're in this just being high IQ TA with this shit. Realistic targets. We got bears and bulls in here right now, and you were being respectful. That's why I love bits. We can argue. We don't even argue. We can have
Yeah,
conversations like
we don't
fucking
argue. We just
adults.
yeah, we're just sharing different perspectives, which I mean, dude, like this is one thing I learned. Because even like with my mentors and stuff over the years, even we didn't see things 100% the same. Like, and that's fine. Like that's everyone's a little bit different, everyone's unique. And TA at the end of the day, like I think analysis and trading, dude, it's a personal competition. Like people
Yeah,
try and
it's like
turn it into like,
politics. It's like
yeah,
politics.
yeah,
You cannot
yeah.
change my mind. So don't fucking try,
That's
not
why
you,
I
I'm
was
saying, but
telling you this
people.
morning, bro. You're like, dude, how can you be bearish and all? Like, all I see is red, bro. I don't know. I'm trying to see it bullish, but all I see is red, and then it
Right.
bumps, bro. And I'm
But
like,
look
all
at
I
that Bitcoin. This is its chance right here to bounce, even in a 4 hour time frame. Oh, I'm like looking at shit. Let me grab the screen real quick. But let's look at Bitcoin real quick. Bitcoin right now. Look
does
at
look like
if it
everything's
even
kind of
closes like this, it looks like this is a doji candle on a 4 hour time frame, bro. If this shit closes like this, I'm gonna bet my career that 4 o'clock is fucking go time for another leg up because this was the formation of Bart Simpson. Instead, we're about to get Batman. So, and then for example, yeah, that's what it's called, the Batman. But for example, all we need to do is protect this range right here, and it looks like it's already curving. Beautiful. So this range of 30 or 70,000 is a new brick wall, guys. And I imagine it's go time again to try to get it at this range. It looks hungry still. A lot of girth. It's going to
what are you on
tighten up
for?
for us. Yeah, this is the 4 hours. So I mean, if this candle already gave us a move down, I think the move down happened, and it is. Look, it keeps pushing up here. This
Yeah,
shit pushing
yeah,
up. MACD's giving us a nice little decrease here. It looks good, and this 4 hour candle just started. I mean, my option for CleanSpark that I entered, I'm gonna day trade that one, and it's a shorter. It was a $13. and I'm up like 25 bucks. But no, we're gonna be up like 1,000. CleanSpark is going back to 11 bucks today. Has to,
Oh, what am I doing
but
here?
I think, there's a lot of potential for Bitcoin right here to bounce. I see, whale still at 58%. This is great that we had, peak, lost it, and now it wants to try to reclaim this volume. The volume still is great and it didn't leave, guys. So I'm still gonna be bullish here because I see a lot of potential just based off of this current formation of this 4-hour candle. And then I'm looking at the 1 hour. I'm already seeing the up, it's building the base. This is what I'm curious what it's going to do. The ribbons on the 1 hour are blue. If they do turn red, this is going to free fall to about 69. So let's see how this next hour plays out. So these
69,
next
420.
yeah, it'll be like 69 to where this buy zone is right here. But I don't think that's going to happen because of this already curling to the upside. So I think a retest into at least on the shorter hourly time frame to like this 71. And then that's where I'm curious if it will dump back down. So that's where it's going. I think we're going to see at least a little retest into like this 71 range. And I think it does it with this little
I'd say
candle.
even maybe 72 too. I think it could,
Yeah, yeah,
based
yeah,
on my
yeah.
volume profile on
Absolutely.
mine, I think 72 too. It could even go. Yeah.
Right here, yeah, 72 too. So it always gets rejected. The river is going to be coming down, so there's no chance of it getting above. So there's always it always enters and it always
Oh
gets
yeah. Yeah.
rejected
Yeah.
at 72
Yep.
with the river curling down. I'm being realistic here, gang. So this is probably going to come down if we
Mm.
don't see a sharp turn here. It's probably going to come down. So with that being said, we could see this entering. Hold on. You could see the 1 hour on this. You can see, boom, we get
Yep.
inside. Boom, we make it here. Boom, we get another free fall like this where it can go overextended again.
Yeah.
But this
Or
hour
or it reclaims it. It could
or
reclaim all of it,
claims
right?
it. Yeah, 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 absolutely,
How
absolutely.
often
So
how often does it drop like that under the river completely and then just cross it all the way back to like go back on top
Bitcoin,
of that?
a lot of
Okay.
times, Bitcoin's the only thing that really can do that. It's like a stock, it's going to be dead, but
Got it.
Bitcoin does it all the time.
Got it.
Especially, this is where a short squeeze, this is where a hard reversal happens. This is decision time because the ribbons are blue. We're at
Mm.
decision time. As soon as if these turn red, the trend is set on a shorter time frame and it will reflect on the 4-hour time frame. So it's game time right now. And then the 15-minute time frame has already been on overkill. Remember I said it. So
Mm.
15-minute time frame is overkill and looks like it needs to turn around. And let's see here. You can see it kind of just gliding next to it. So it's got to at least on a 15-minute time frame make its approach back to close in here. And then, yeah, the 71 15-minute time frames, we can allow it to go to the top. So yeah, 72. We're probably going to see a little move like this. So I see the recovery here back into there, and then maybe that's
Yeah, then we need to see what happens, right? Yeah.
like
Uh-oh.
this on a 15-minute
Oh, there
time
you go.
frame. Let's see. But let's
This is just your laptop audio right now?
I was on my AirPods and they just died. But yeah, does it sound bad?
No, this one sounds pretty good. I think it might even sound better.
Oh, then the AirPods?
I think so, maybe.
Oh shit. Yeah, this is a laptop. I have a pretty nice laptop.
Yeah, this one sounds pretty good.
Oh fuck, I didn't know that. Okay, I'll do that instead. I thought it would sound better with the AirPods. So interesting.
Your voice sounds a little fuller, I think,
Oh,
right
nice.
now.
Oh,
But
nice, baby.
but I don't know about like background noise and stuff. Obviously, I don't know. Yeah, but no, it sounds good, man.
Well, guess we'll see. Yeah, I'll keep it doing this and shit. I have
You
AirPods.
got a little more bass in your voice. You sound a little more manly, man. Like
Oh yeah,
your nads are maybe hanging a little lower. Like
balls
or something.
baby. But let's look at this. This looks like, we got two red hollow candles. Volume is still fantastic on the daily time frame, though. I mean, I'm not tripping here. And then I allow even a retest, a daily close above here is what we want to make sure we protect. So this is the daily close we cannot go under. So need to see today protect the shit. So a daily close and this red candle really sets us up for tomorrow for another attack on all-time high. So I think this is an appropriate time for it to, protect this 70,002 area. If we lose that, on the daily time frame, we're set up to drop to about 67.8. And you notice how I always get numbers wrong? That you'll notice now that I told you, I always say numbers wrong, bro. And then I have to fix myself. We got 4,000 people in here. Let's go. We fucking cooking.
Yeah, there is an interesting little gap here too.
Let me give you a chart.
I don't know if it's that significant though.
And then we'll get to, after Bitcoin, I want to talk about BT, and HUT to respect my fellow CEOs allowing or coming onto my live and fucking with your boy. So we got to talk about them.
So if it's going to bounce here, it could be putting in a little micro channel here, which would mean, yeah, see your move up is right there in that gap, like at 72, like what we were saying. So if it's bouncing here and it's coming back up, that's exactly back to the top of this smaller channel, right in the pocket, right here on your volume profile. Yeah, that would be the key moment of does it reclaim up, or is it going to reject and then come back down again to the bottom of this channel? Well, probably to the bottom of the larger channel at that point, because you've got this larger channel that it's going to start creeping up on. So getting back close to like 69. I think you were just saying that, weren't you? You were just saying that we'd get back to like 69. Yeah. So yeah, that's in alignment with what you're saying. It could pump back up. I'd be looking like 72-ish. I was looking at this gap here, but I actually don't think it's that significant, because it makes more sense that it would probably go to like here, 72. And then depending on what it does there, is it gonna just reclaim and go up, or is it gonna reject here and then come down? And then I'd be looking at the larger channel here on top of this still current resistance zone. At some point though, it's going to get enough, if we're like to reclaim it and go higher, it's going to start building up some area down here, which then I'd start questioning, okay, is it time to flip this? Let me zoom out. So like on a 4 hour, on a 4 hour, that's not enough yet. If it goes back up and chops, it'll start to build a little more. But right now, like your volume here is still kind of low relative to how I would want to see it like this. I would want to see some like bigger nodes. This node is still like maybe 50% of the other ones. So you'd want to see a little bit more volume build up here, which with time, it'll build that. So the more time we spend up here, when it does give a pullback, I have to then be a little more cautious of, okay, this could be support, and I may want to get long, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
At least I that word, you probably say that and start shaking. Don't say it.
Start shaking.
You don't want to get a seizure, bro.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Please, not on the live, bro. Not on the live. I don't have my insurance set up yet for that shit. Be careful.
You can't do remote care.
Can't do remote CPR, baby. Please, no. I can prescribe you something for, if you have some Ativan to take the edge off. That's about it, brother. So be careful saying that fucking shit to yourself. So I don't want you to. I want to go over this shit. Let's see. Where are you? Where is HUT? Okay, I want to go over HUT. Let's look at this bad boy. So HUT looks fire on the monthly though, and this is one of the only this is one of few miners giving buy signal on the monthly. It typically follows this shit, like the buy signal. I'm waiting for it to see on a lot of other miners. So I have right now, like on my, like I keep notes on who's giving me the buy signal on the monthly.
Is this it right here? HUT 8?
Yeah. HUT 8.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. Let me let the.
No, you can keep your screen. I'm barely pulling it up. Yeah.
Here, what's up, bro? Hold on, let me call you right back. I'm finished. I'm in a live right now, so I got all the plays set up I'll send them to you.
I mean, I'm just want to talk to you about the fucking miners, dude. I'm down like, I'm getting absolutely fucking murdered today.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about them, but I'll talk to you one-on-one right now, brother. So I'll talk to you in like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. All right, hang tight. Got the homies. Everyone's scared today, but I'm
panicking, bro. Yeah.
I'm like, what do you want to do? I'm like, you can't do nothing right now. I'm buying at these levels because I'm seeing a lot of confluence with all my higher time frames, and higher time frames play out safer than lower time frames every time.
Yeah. Well, and then I mean another thing that's always interesting, bro, too, is like even the sentiment, right? Like when we feel like, man, I have to get out. I've noticed, at least with me, sometimes when I feel like, dang, I need to close this, like this is going the wrong way too far, too fast. A lot of times that's like the reversal signal. You know what I mean? Like you feel that emotion when you should be like doubling down. Now sometimes you should just be cutting them 100%. Sometimes you just need to say, hey, this is a shit trade. I need to get out. But sometimes that emotion, they try and get you to capitulate, like everyone's feeling that, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like everyone's doing that, and that's when the reversals start to print, right?
It sucks because a lot of these people can't see the charts, and a lot of them, like I can't capitulate me on a higher time frame. And especially with knowing with the rotation and where we're at in the market, and it's hard to capitulate me, bro. Rarely have I ever capitulated from a position that I have conviction in, bro. Like I'm not gonna say I haven't, but it takes a lot. But look at this shit on HUD 8's monthly chart. Short squeeze because this shit was tight, and this is what a lot of the miners are giving me. So HUD 8's already ahead of the game. Asher's doing fantastic with taking over the company and really brought these motherfuckers from the ground up. Like I'm super excited to have Asher and talk about how he became. I want to get to know Asher. I want to dive into him like on a psychological level. Like there's a lot of questions that I feel like, these interviews and like the spaces and people really just give the generic, like, how are the metrics? What are this? Like people want to know about like your CEO. Like I'm going to shed some light on Asher and I'm going to probably make him hella popular with a lot of questions I'm asking. Like he's for the people and I'm about to show that shit, in the live.
What's that saying? Like everything rises and falls on leadership, right? Like at the end of the day, you can have a great product, but if the guy at the head of the company's, he's not the right guy, it's not going to
Exactly.
work out.
HUD 8,
people are everything, bro. People are everything.
HUD 8 was not a chart that I liked for a long time, and there's no denying it.
It's a clean range, though. I mean, I'm looking at it, and it's like I've got
the range. The range is $15 to $20. So I actually am going to buy some HUD 8 here soon because the range for HUD 8, I can just add it. Like I don't even have to I just know where they're at based off of seeing the price action. So that's one range. And let's add another range. So $20. Where's that at? I'm going to add all the levels. Guys, I did this for CleanSpark. I normally don't show this shit like this, but I'm going to give you guys the sauce for Asher. I'm going to show you guys where HUD 8 is trading in levels like I did with CleanSpark. That's one range. And let's show the other range. Where's $10? So this shit is nope, it's a tighter range than that. So oh no, it is $10. Okay.
Where are you pulling your ranges from? Just based on the price?
My head, bro.
No, but you're looking at price action, right? Or is it one of your indicators?
I'm going based off because these miners trade in levels. That's one thing. They're easy to predict because they all trade level 1, level 2, level 3.
I can see them. Yeah, I can see where you're
clean levels.
Yeah. I see it. Yeah, you're using the candle structure. Yeah.
The next level for that would be like that. This is the levels. They're not as clean as like, this one price should be $5, but like I'm just doing this based off literally the top of my head. But this shit is the levels that they're trading. You can see in where is it? You can see when it really started. Where is it? Oh, I'm way too far. Where the fuck am I going? Why am I getting confused? Okay, right here. You can see it was at this like, this lower level, broke in to next level, got rejected, broke into, came close to getting into this level, fell back down, and then they really start to run again. They broke in. So for example, based off of this move that it did, breaking into this key level, coming back to revisit the basement, I knew it was going to lift off here. It's going to get rejected at $20 and then build a base here, trade, and then go to the next level. This is how I trade the miners, bro. They're very easy when you know how they operate, and they all have these weird, easy, predictable levels to read. So I literally can see this. Like this is how I trade them, bro.
What's the market cap on something like this, like on HUD 8? Do you know?
I think it's like just like 1 billion. Let me see, HUD 8, maybe like 1. They're small, bro.
Yeah, so these are small, huh?
Yeah, like the biggest market cap is Mara. HUD 8 market cap is 1.5 billion. The biggest one is Mara. They're small, so they move great, bro. Like
they move, they move interesting. Yeah,
they're better to trade than alts that can get rugged. Like these are just volatile. So if you know their volatile levels, it's really easy to trade.
You just play the ranges, right? You just play the ranges.
And look, Look at the monthly time frame. Like I was selling this shit. I could sell all, I'm going to sell all these at the top of a weekly range because it's easy to predict. So for example, the weekly uptrend and it gave us the buy signal. He's not done yet. So you can honestly just guarantee that this eventually is going to like 20 bucks. Okay. So that's the fucking range that it's at least going to go retest right here. If I want to trade HUT, I could buy it right here and I can just sell it when it hits 20 bucks because when it hits 20 bucks, it's either going to get rejected and start the new channel, or we actually break through.
Flip that. Yeah, you got to flip
we
it.
break through to here, and then it falls back to here. So I'm scaling out here like a 12.5. I'll scale out another 12.5. I'll throw in the 25% right here, and then I'll scale out at an all-time high sometime in Q1. It's easy, bro. That's how I got the roadmap for these. I got the sauce. I got it all. I got it all, baby. And my followers want it, baby. They want it bad because I gave them these levels for loading up. I did a video like this, bro, and I was convicted in August. So when everyone was scared, I was finally done being.
I remember you were buying. Yeah, I remember you were buying.
I was telling them like setting up levels for the buy zones. I did these videos. So the same way I load, the same way I sell is the same way I buy, and I set up these psychological levels in my I can just set them up just because I know how they trade, and it played out. Everyone that got my targets for the load ups, bro, they're all in the money. So. 1 second, but HUD 8 looks great. HUD 8 looks great on a weekly time frame. It looks like, we got this is not a nice wick, but it's okay because it's still a green candle. And then the monthly looks great. MACD flip, tons of volume, buy signal, really nothing ugly on HUD 8's chart. And then you can see the levels pretty clean on a daily time frame. This is where you really want to dissect them and snipe them. So for example, this is still going higher based off my daily time frame because the ribbons just started fanning out. They just got green. This candle is nothing more than a retest. Still isn't even where it needs to bounce. $16 and some change is where it will bounce. We lose that. Let us bounce to, what is this, 14? Sure. So that's the range that you would probably want to load up. You don't want to buy it here, but I'm going to anticipate that it does bounce here based on how strong the chart looks on the.
Well, you have that peak to the left right there. So
yeah, exactly.
If it's going to hold that, it's going to be right there.
Exactly. So this looks great. Like you can't just have green candles. This is a retest still above 10 EMA. And if I'm going to buy HUD 8, it's going to be right here. So I'm very critical with how I load up.
What's that bottom of that solid red candle right there? Because that's where I'd be looking for like structure change. Like if it goes below.
Right here?
Yeah. What's the wick? Yeah. I mean the body, but what's the wick?
1450.
Yeah.
And
that sounds good about that. You're good.
And look, that's the range right here. So structure is right here in between. I said so. 14 bucks. If 15 bucks, I feel comfortable based off of how it trades. But I would absolutely load up on 14, and that's definitely where I'm going to buy HUT shares. So I am going to buy HUT shares and add it because there's no denying that it's going to be leading this industry with, especially now that they have Mike Alfred on steroids sponsoring. They got Anthony Pompano as basically a spokesman, bro. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, I met him in Miami like 2 years ago. Yeah, at a crypto event. Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Nice. Yeah, they got him as he's going to be basically like a promoter. I got to ask more questions. That's what I'm curious on for Asher.
Pomp's he's a cool guy. He's really level-headed and he's real like up to speed on the industry and the markets and stuff. Yeah, he's a cool guy, man.
Nice. But this shit on the 4-hour time frame, we got to get back in here. It's got to bounce on this next hour, or we're going to revisit this, like I said, this 15 range. And then there's possible, let's say it just falls down. It will just maybe div a little bit outside the river because once you're here, it always necessarily breaks. But it bounced here. And then, typically on the 4-hour time frame, oh, this motherfucker's strong.
Yeah, Daniel, hold on. What are you saying, Daniel? HUD 8, this bearish engulfing could reverse to 1267. Yeah, I mean, look. Well, here, let me share my HUT screen. Like this would be the bear case, right? Like if it's going to come down to the bottom of the current channel, I'd be looking. But you have to lose the current structure, right? Like this is where I wait for confirmation. Exactly. If you try and like front run that it's going to go lower, we don't know yet, right? Like you'd be getting ahead of it. Right here is what you need to hold, which is I think what you were saying, right? It's like, yeah, see, it's just it could be bouncing here. Your low is still over here, like at 14 to 15 is what you're saying, which I agree with. That's where your low volume starts. Here's another way to look at it. If you were to lose this right here, that's probably where people have stop losses or liquidations, or people would start to get out right there. So that would be the level to watch. If we're not going to bounce here where it's currently looking to try and get a footing, then you could potentially go down here. You don't want to lose this. If you lose this, it's definitely structure change. And then, yeah, the bottom of the channel of this current price action on a 2-hour, your volume doesn't start to show up here till like 12 and a half. So yeah, like could it move down there? Yes, but you'd probably need to see like some stuff like that, maybe even that, and then you'd come down, So I don't know that it would melt straight down, but again, I don't trade miners, so I don't know how they move. Like, is 1250 or something like that possible? Yeah. Is it highly likely? I don't know yet. I think it's low likelihood because you're still above all of this structure right now. But you did reject here, where interestingly enough, I had that as green. This should actually be a red zone because it's a resistance zone. And then this one down here, I don't know why my zones are backwards. This one should be a green zone. I had them backwards. There we go. So yeah, you were rejecting up here in the red, and but you're in a clean channel. This is a very clean channel.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd be waiting to see. Like let's not panic before.
There's no rush. There's no rush. There's no rush. Especially when you're waiting for share entries. Like the CleanSpark, I'm still betting on a bounce. That's why I bought the shares or bought the options. And, I really think tomorrow might be a decent day based off of today. I thought today was going to be a bad day. So I anticipate tomorrow there's going to be some slight bounce, especially with the weekly timeframes, man.
I would say coming up to the month end, if they are going to send everything lower, like if we are going lower as a whole, and I would even say stock market and everything would probably be affected, it would be tomorrow, not today. I think you would probably close today okay. If it's going to happen, they probably are going to do a sweep of the highs. So I suspect you'd get one more sweep up. You would see some weakness in that. So we'd be paying attention to the signals, the indicators. We'd see some weakness in that sweep up. And then that would give us an opportunity to either exit existing positions or enter short positions or whatever you got to do. But I don't think it's just going to melt down today, tonight.
This is a pretty good meltdown, in my opinion.
Yeah. So, yeah, let's see what happens. I am the bear though, so I'm okay if it goes lower, But
right,
but you got to take it level by level, and you got to just be level headed about it. Yeah.
We got 4,300 live listeners, gang. Let's smash the retweet button. We're fucking cooking. We've been almost going at it for 3 hours. I'll probably end the stream in like 20 minutes. I'm gonna go on a walk.
You should go talk to your bud. Make sure he's not losing his mind,
I'll end the stream in like 20 minutes. Yeah, he might be losing it.
Yeah. This is a good stream, dude. We should next time you're doing stuff like this, if you invite me, man, I'm happy to.
Yeah, bro, you always invited. I mean, I try to get many TA people in here, and everyone's just like,
dude, I'd love to do one with with several people, just everyone sharing charts and just
be lit. Be fucking lit if we can get more. Maybe I'll set that up. I'm gonna message some people and get some other fucking people in here. So chop it up. But let's see real quick. Someone you're talking about the EMAs crossing on the 4-hour time frame. I see someone, but EMAs crossing on a 4-hour time frame is essentially all my ribbons are all those EMAs together. So what I like to look for when they cross, don't get so scared. That's why the color speaks more than the lines. So right here is the structure that I'm looking for a reversal. So I'm looking at this structure right here where my EMA started to get tight, and right here they're very tight, so this essentially gave a sell signal over here. This is a sell signal over here, and I'm hoping that these buy zones don't fill right here and we see some type of recovery here, because right here on the 4-hour time frame we see that they're getting pretty tight. So a reversal typically happens around this area. This is already way too overextended from the river. This is a huge this is huge. You can see when it gets this far off that it always tries to snap back in. So this is already exaggerated. I'm not sure how much farther it can go. It could do some shit like this. But even with this move right here, this move was comparable to this right here. So about the same measurement. Let me see real quick. You can see this down move was like that long. Let me see something. So the down move is longer now here. So this is way too overextended, where you can even see that we got some snap back and then continue to move down.
Yep.
So the move down right now is very exaggerated. So it makes sense for us to reclaim this level at least, guys, and then see a rejection in between here.
Agreed.
So
Yep.
yeah, so there's going to be some type of bounce before another move down on the 4-hour time frame. So it's telling me that this is a big ass previous candle that it got. This is a big ass fucking move down, and the reversal for a small move. A reversal for the small move is more likely than this move to just continue down. And the daily's saying we got the sell signal. So if this day finishes off decent, if we can finish off in $11 and this will disappear and this just turns into like a candle that told me that buyers showed up. Yeah, especially so we got one day tomorrow to return around or else the trend is set. So the MACD officially gave us the daily, but you can see I give my MACD 1 bar. You can see 2 bars sets the trend. You can see what I mean.
Yeah.
Like
Otherwise, you get fake outs. Yeah.
Yes, 1 bar doesn't set the trend for my MACD. So like I said, I anticipate a decent weekly close. So we got this hardcore day. Another bad day would kind of turn these ribbons red. So it makes sense for us to at least close above 10 EMA and show that the bulls are still in town. I'm not sure we filled this gap here. We actually did touch it already, so I didn't even see that. So the gap really got touched already. So gap got actually filled already in the past. So with that said,
what do you mean filled, bro?
Look, you got to
zoom in. That gap is untouched. No, go to like lower time frame. There's a little.
Oh no, there's a different one. This is a different one. You're right. This is a different one. I'm lying. You're right.
Yeah. You got to. It's a tiny gap, but there's.
It's a tiny gap, and not all gaps get filled. Like you can see, I'm too lazy to go look, but not all gaps get filled. So we'll see if this gap wants to get filled, and if it's going to get filled, it'll probably be tomorrow. But I'm really looking for CleanSpark to close above $11 today, and if it does, that confirms for us that tomorrow is going to be a good day. We don't want to see this continuation of this move down here because then most likely set us up for a bad day. $11 is not asking for a lot, guys. It really isn't from like these miners. So it's in the buy zone. It's holding up right now. I think it looks decent, and I'm excited to see what's to come.
Even 12 doesn't look like it'd be hard.
Yeah,
I think it's reasonable.
Yeah, let's talk about BT, and then we'll probably end it so I can call my friend and go on a nice little walk. Because, times like this, my trades are in. There's nothing I can do besides, monitor my little trades that I have. I'm not going to obsess over like looking at the charts too much today. I mean, tomorrow's Friday where I will obsess a little more. I mean, we've been obsessing on these motherfucking stream, looking at everything, talking about everything. So actually we were obsessing today. So time to take a step back and enjoy my day after we're done with this stream. So look at the BT. Hold on. Let me make a post real quick. Just so.
BT.
1 second.
Yeesh, this one's looking rough for me at least.
Let me see.
Let me get a weekly view. Oops, screwed that up.
Alrighty. So BT monthly time frame though, bro. This is one thing that I'm like, looking at. BT gave me a buy signal on the monthly. So one of the few, which is a bullish.
It's got upward pressure on the monthly. Yeah.
So
but it is pushed up right into like what I would say is high time frame resistance. Which is all of that between like 4 to 5-ish or something like that is what you got to get through. That's like where
we were tight though on this monthly. It's very tight. So I mean, it wouldn't be a surprise if next month we see this like some crazy shit, like just fucking go vertical, because once he gets the buy signal, really sets us up for like the following month, so I really do think this shit's about to get crazy because I see a lot of positivity on like my monthly time frame. My monthly time frame is just higher lows, volume's decent,
rounded,
and then rounded. So the higher time frames are what I'm looking at for these miners, and like what I think is like positive. So even this weekly time frame still decent, dude. We got a nice push into the sell pressure zone. I think next time we go there, we're taking it out. Ribbons are fanning out way above 10 EMA. The teleportation to into this zone. The sky's the limit once we break this for that. And then, you know,
I 100% agree. I think once this gets over that resistance, dude, it's got a lot of opportunity to move up and breathe. Yeah, you gotta get above that zone where it keeps pushing off again.
This weekly close of 3.82 is all I'm really looking for, man. I mean, if it's that type of buy signal, I mean, all these are primed to run next week. I really think, you know, next week is going to be a fantastic time for them, man. So the weekly looks fantastic, fire if anything, and then, you know, daily time frame looks, you know, just like the rest of the minor gangs. You know, this is a cool off period, cooling off here. Got some strong buys at 375 to, you know, 350, and then the river, it did break through, but it's still not even close to the middle. So I would expect a bounce around there. And overall, the structure, even on the daily, doesn't look horrible to me. Volumes, you know, all right, looks pretty good. Lost a good amount.
340-ish. There's a lot of concentrated volume there, but below that, there is a gap down to like 280-ish. So
yeah, I could see it falling to like 325.
Yeah. We'll see if it holds there.
Nice game. We almost finished off this stream with 5,000. So let's cook. Everyone smash the retweet. We're fucking.
Yeah, you probably have like smaller structure that you could say. I mean, it's all pretty clean. This one moves really like really clean waves up and down, huh? So it's just kind of I'd say probably that. Like, look, you had two tops here, so I'd say you probably have a little bit of structure that you kind of want to hold right here. If it's going to stay above that, you're good to go. If you start breaking significantly below that, like you've got a lot of concentrated volume here on the profile. This gap is the only one I'd be worried about. That if for whatever reason you lost this rough level here, like at 338, 335-ish, they do teleport through these nodes, man. They melt right through them. And if it did, you don't have volume showing up again until here. And that's what lines up with the bottom of this channel. So that kind of makes sense that if it is going to melt, this would be an interesting place to be watching. You know, your main high time frame support's not down here till like 220, but it could be holding this channel, still trending up inside of the channel. But right now there's nothing to, like, in my opinion, you're still above this prior structure, you're still above prior resistance. So if it's gonna hold here, you know, it has room to breathe. The top of this channel is up to like 530, so it's got room to breathe up if it can hold, right? So yeah, let's see what happens.
Hell yeah. But fire stream, brother. I'll probably end it here. Almost cooked it for 3 hours, but
yeah, this was fun, dude.
Let's look at BTC real quick one last time. Let's look at it. I'm gonna let you cover it, and then I'll cover it. Let's see what.
Yeah, look, I mean, it's still moving down, but these, like, on the 2 hour, your candle bodies are getting smaller, so you do have to take that into consideration, that it is starting to lose some steam in terms of the pushes down. These two are high volume pushes, that's why they're solid red. If you look at like your buy sell volume, you can see that they are still high sell volume there. But you're right at the bottom of this potential channel. We'll see if it holds. If it breaks it, then, you know, you've got support down here, and you've got your larger uptrending ascending channel with support here, like around 69-ish. But yeah, I mean, candles are starting to get smaller, so I'd say it's trying to turn around here somewhere, right? And you're still above the July high, which is that 70K, which was the critical level that everyone was kind of looking at, was to get above 70. So we're above it still. You just want to kind of see what it does here. So yeah, I'd say, like, you know, let's keep an eye on it. If you start zooming in, you do still have a little bit of, like, it's trying to curl up on a 1 hour. So it could be trying to make a bottom here around 70-ish. You'd have to just kind of watch, see what it does, and it could be going back up. You've got the gap up here, which we talked about. Here's your 72 that we were looking at. So it could be just coming back up, and then you'd want to see, are we going to reject up there, or is it gonna reclaim once it gets up there, you know?
Exactly. Let me see.
Yeah, pretty clean. Let's just see what happens.
Exactly. Let's see what the bull thinks, baby. But yeah, daily time frame, just, you know, cooling off. This was, remember, in the beginning of the stream, I said we definitely want to see a daily close above at least that. I mean, that's not asking for much. We're going to be fighting around here. I really want to see that daily close there for a setup tomorrow. A setup for me tomorrow for a bullish day would be a daily close above here, where if we break through here, that means the next level that it's going to have to go before a strong bounce will be somewhere in between the 70 to 67. So to avoid this range here, I want to see it close today above here and then continuation of this move on a daily time frame. Volume still look fantastic. You know, MACD's cooling off. Let's look at the 4-hour real quick. 4-hour time frame is still giving us, you know, fighting here. This is a fighting candle, and then the doji, if this can close right here, would be pretty bullish and set up the at least the following 4-hour to give me, you know, some hope that there's going to be some type of bounce in this time frame, at least before, you know, if it decides to close off the daily bad. But I see at least some hope with this candle right here fighting. It's not just like one red mega candle telling me we're going to the basement.
Yeah, it's losing some momentum down. Yep.
Yep. And then it looks like, you know, that right
that
there,
one's even like putting in a little elbow right there on your
Yep.
line there. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So like, you know, we're already almost at the bottom of the river. So at least even though it's curling, it can get tight here and then, you know, maybe trade sideways, fight and protect. 70,000 is going to be a high level of protection and fighting, because now that's a big psychological level.
Yeah, it's huge. Psychological.
So psychological level is like 70,000, and really this is where we see who shows up, bears or bulls. But you can see on a forward time frame, as long as we close,
I'm gonna start making some phone calls to the bear council, man. We're gonna show up, bro.
We'll see. All bulls report to the posts.
Public service announcement or what?
I'm about to post that shit. But yeah, I could see this being, you know, like we got the big red, and then, you know, October
it's tapering off though. Look, right, like your current red one is already smaller than the previous one, so you are starting to taper off a little bit.
So, you know, this is giving us this vibe right here. So I'm getting this vibe right here. This is literally the same thing. You can see that was the biggest red print right here. The biggest red print was right here. Hold on, let me see. So you can see that this was same vibes. Biggest red print, nice wick, nice recovery. I want to see a green outline hollow and continuation of this move the following hour. So from what would that be, 4 to 8. So this candle closes at 4. So let's see if we can hold off strong till at least 4, and then the continuation tomorrow. That's what I'm expecting, at least if this candle closes off decent. But yeah, man, fire stream, guys. We ended up with almost 4,500. So dope. Everyone drop a comment, follow Bits, your favorite bear in the game, and I'll be your favorite bull, baby. Let's ride.